Good evening, members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. How's everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody's doing great. I'm doing well. For those that follow Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, my group on Facebook, and for those who follow HCS Showreel TikToks, how's everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody is doing great. How you doing, cousin Jesse?
I am great. I hope everybody's doing great, and let's go and have a great show again today.
Oh, yeah, put a comment here. Say hello to whoever pops in the lobby. There we go. Yeah,
Let's see who pops in first. Yeah, I remember that I didn't really hear the laughter. What I heard was it said something, but like I said, I couldn't decipher what it said. I didn't hear the laughter.
yeah. There was some activity, man. I really need to debunk that video. I cut some imagery of something within the wood line. How you doing, Sister Madeline?
Greetings,
Brother
MMA, real
MMA.
MMA. Hello,
Brother.
Madeline. How you doing?
So yeah, I caught some movement, but the movement I caught at the entrance, I figured it was might have been a lizard or something crawling on the ground. But I did hear what seemed to be whatever laughs, like I don't know if coyotes laugh or not, a jackal or a hyena. That's the voices that I was capturing. And something was laughing from the wood line,
What's up,
but
Monsoon?
my my uh, my internet kept on going in and out there. So every
Because you
time
were
I wanted,
surrounded.
yeah. So I was just looking around to see I could sense something, but my senses were going crazy. But the one is the one that I heard laughing at towards the end when I was walking out. That's when I knew
Greetings, Benny.
something was there. So I said for it to identify itself. Whether it said nothing, I need to go back and debunk the video.
Yeah, because when that gust of wind came in, I heard like a muffled voice that said something, but I really couldn't make it out, man. And I was like, man, he's surrounded. His all his warning triggers are going off. His internet is failing. I go, man, he needs to get out of there
This time I didn't even get to walk that far. I didn't go all the way to where I normally walk.
because they were
But I
waiting
was,
for you as soon as you walked up.
yeah, I was just. You seen that the thing that was stuck in the ground, right? It was crazy. It was just stuck in the ground, and it had two rocks. There was a tarp there, so I'm thinking that maybe possibly somebody might have been staying there. I'm not sure, but I don't know, man. To me, I took it as a sign. It's like, hey, don't go further. When I went further down, it's like it really acted up, but like I lost connection completely. So I was just looking around me to see. It was in the area where I told you I seen the one that was uh, flying behind
Floating.
me. The
Mm.
Yeah, floating. The dark spirit that I caught last time, but I couldn't catch it on camera because it freaking cut my connection. They're slick. How you doing, Benny Frolics? We got Monsoon in the house.
We got Benny. We got
For
Madeline.
those that are on members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters on Facebook, I did a live today. I went out there and investigated, and I caught some activity. I think I have an image of something within the wool line. I just haven't worked on it yet. I did a cat. There was a lot of activity, like sounded like hyenas laughing, and there's no hyenas in Texas,
Nope.
so there was definitely a lot of activity of something laughing within the wool lines, like hyena like activity. I mean, that's what I was hearing. Uh, and then some certain thing that was like a stake, a big old rod stuck in the ground, like a marker, like it's like I never seen it there before. Of all the times that I investigated, and my internet kept on going in and out. I was catching activity. My senses were getting triggered. When I was walking out, I caught something laughing right there beside me. It sounded like a little boy, but with a wicked laugh. And I just need to debunk the video. I'm glad that I was able to make it out there safely. Uh, but yeah, there was activity. It just I didn't. I just followed my instincts. My instincts told me, "Hey, don't go further." So I didn't go further because
That
your instincts normally is right.
that little laugh, man, it could have been a duende. Hi, Ivy. How you doing, prima?
It was wicked, man. It didn't sound like a kid, but the voice was like freaked out, dude. Like a wicked laugh. I need to debunk. I remember the time slot when it happened. I just need to go in there, check out that part, and make it sound louder so y'all can hear it. So y'all can hear it laughing. How you doing, Sister Ivy? So basically, that's why I'm making this video right now. The unseen amongst us, stay spiritually ready always. I figured, I'm gonna go out there and investigate. Things ain't gonna happen, but things did happen.
Hi, Steven Skiba. How you doing?
Now, this unseen force is always around. They're ready. They're spiritual ready always, I guess you could say. Just that's why we're supposed to be spiritual ready. Also, there was definitely a lot of movement out there around me, and this is that the sun wasn't out too much because there was rain clouds around me.
Did it ever rain?
No,
Hi, Morgan. How are you?
what I'm gonna do is with this phone that I got now, I can't really put on the headsets to listen very well. So I would have to do it. I don't know how, but might have to share the video with my old phone or something, or I don't know. But that video's got some activity there. I'm more sure that I've captured disembodied voices in there also. Yeah, but it sounded like, do jackals laugh? Jackals?
No, jackals don't laugh, man. They whoop like.
They're like wolf like. Something was laughing out there, man, in the woods. So
Mm.
yeah, man, that's what we're gonna talk about. Has anybody been through a situation where everything's fine and dandy, and all of a sudden everything in your life just goes upside down, where it goes crazy, and like things that you wouldn't expect are just happening all around you, and you're trying to figure out what's going on? Well, with the investigations that I do, it's a normal for me now
Hi,
when things
man.
like that happen, where there's activity. But can you recall a moment, cousin, in your life where everything was fine, all of a sudden things just started going crazy? That is unexpected things that were unexpected. I know you named some a couple of stories that you shared, but I'm talking about like during the day, like even during the day, like everything's normal, and then you just things start of the unusual start happening. That you're like just trying to figure out what's going on around you.
There's like the story that I shared when I was in Mississippi that the door to my room slammed shut and the latch locked and I couldn't get out of the room. I was just in my room minding my own business, man, and everything just started going crazy. I had to tear that door off the hinges to be able to get out the room.
Mayhem the Truth says, okay, we've got street drifting competition. Haters been zapped in the eyes from outer space. Okay.
Not lately. But yeah, man, there's been a couple of instances like that, Primo, where, like one time I was working as a security guard, man. And the property I had to park across the street from the property, and I was coming from my round, and I was crossing the street. Then this 64 Impala and a lowrider truck pull up to each other, and then they just start shooting. I mean, there was bullets going everywhere, man. I ran in my car and dived in, and you could hear the bullets just zinging by, man. That was a totally out of control situation, man. That I had no clue was gonna happen, man. Is that kind of like what we're talking about? Things that go out of
Any,
control
any,
real quick.
anything that get go crazy all of a sudden, whether it's that or something spiritual, like what happened to me when I go and investigate. Like it could be
Yeah,
a beautiful day, you could hear the thunder, and then you catch all the other activity that. I mean, when you're by yourself, you're catching it because it's showing itself to you or identify its presence, but you have nobody around you to witness what you're witnessing. So the only thing you do is just got the proof of the video that you
yeah, no,
created. But yeah, but in this
I
is a
don't.
way too. Things that just go crazy. That's why you have to be ready at all times.
Yeah, I don't have anything on video crazy like that, man. I just got memories.
But yeah, that's a good experience also because you're in a situation where it was normal and then just things just go crazy all of a sudden. You know.
Mm-hmm. Had plenty of those, man, and most of them weren't spiritual. There was just stuff that happened that got physical, but it started out of nothing. Just sitting there minding my own business, and things pop off like that, man.
Yeah, I've had a situation like that happen in the army where I was a loader at the time on a tank, and I'm standing. We're in a range, and something tells me to duck. And I duck. I follow my instinct. I duck, and we had a red flag. When you go downfield, down to shoot live fire, you have to have a red flag. Well, the red flag had three holes in it.
Oh wow!
We
Somebody
were in
already
a
took a shot at you.
platoon formation, and everybody's shooting the targets. The tank to my left, the gunner, shot at me intentionally. There's no way they can make that mistake. So, my flag had the proof of three holes. I took the flag. I went up to the guy. I said, "Why you trying to shoot me, man?" He said it didn't do nothing, but I had the proof where the bullet holes went through the thing, and I had to take care of business. Handled them.
Oh,
But
that needed to be handled, man. Yeah,
if I wouldn't have ducked, I would have been shot by three bullets.
that's crazy, man.
Think that the guy he didn't like me, so he was fixing to get out of the military, so he did that on purpose. But I had to do what I had to do. Corporal punishment.
Yeah, how you doing, Bash?
Had to discipline the guy, but he did that on purpose. But if I wouldn't have followed my spiritual instinct, I probably wouldn't be talking to y'all right now.
Exactly. Oh, you like the Adidas Bash? Just something I had laying around, man. I didn't know Abe was gonna be wearing red and black either. So
Well, yeah, I was wearing red and black yesterday too. Remember? Had the red shirt with the red target.
yeah, I was just got out of the shower, man. I couldn't find a muscle tee, so I had to find something to cover the fat belly.
Well, what happened to me happened in the army, like in 94. But you see, sometimes people, if they have openings, something could go in them to do that, and they don't even know that they did it. So, yeah, I took care of the guy, but he probably don't even remember doing that. That's what they do.
Yeah,
It's kind of
just
like y'all see that video where that whatever priest is up there and A guy goes up there and just starts stabbing him away, stabbing at him. I don't know if y'all seen that video where the
Hi,
guy,
bounty hunter.
the priest went up in the hospital where the boy was being used. Something was in charge of the body to go do that activity to try to take him out, but the priest is still alive.
That's crazy, man. You gotta really have some stones on you to stab a priest. Excuse me.
Well, it's not. It's what was within the guy, and then even that, what opening did the priest have for him to get attacked that way? There'll be the other question. What spiritual opening did the priest have?
Oh man.
An attack.
Hi, Navia Angel. He could be maybe have lust. I don't know. You never know with the Catholic priest.
The psychiatrists, they just want to give medication to whoever's got issues. They try to say it's mental or not mental, but they should know what the real deal is behind a lot of the people that are not all up there. You can tell. I mean, but time I spent in the ward guarding a soldier that tried to take his life, I could see the demonic activity in the 5th Ward in Darnell and on Fort Hood, Texas. Dark shadow spirits flying from room to room. You can see the people that are being oppressed or being bonded by this unseen forces. Spiritual openings. You gotta think about this. These demons, they dislike us. To them it's like since we're children of God, they dislike us, and they don't have the opportunity. That's why they got casted out of heavens. They don't got the opportunity to make it back into the heavens. We do. So that's why they do what they do. They play the games that they play. That's why I really don't focus. So like if I go out and investigate and I hear something laughing, something growling, I just identify yourself. I mean, you're making your presence known. Identify yourself. You're on camera. Sometimes they'll say something like "f you," or "leave," or they'll say like "let's get them," because there's more than one that I'm
Welcome,
able
Jennifer.
to capture it on video.
Hi, Morgan.
Yes. Yeah, they know. They know. When I was battling in Elms Grove, they were coming in numbers, man. If I would tell you 30 if I would tell you 30 and 30s, there would be a little bit of numbers because there was a lot more. Because the ones that you can't see, right? There's some that you can see that when they manifest, but imagine the ones that are unseen that could be right beside you and you don't even know they're beside you. So that's why you really have to walk this earth with the love foundation.
Thank you, Morgan. Hey, Ridge
It's
Runner, how you doing?
said and done, but you have to in order to be able to fight spiritually. Because that's what's going to take. Is to be with the love foundation, to be able to, no matter what something manifests to look like or noises that they're making or mimicking somebody that you might know, you're going to have to tie, bind, and rebuke those unseen forces through Jesus Christ.
Hi, Sagittarius Goodness. How you doing? Yeah, spiritually, man, I'm not that strong spiritually yet, but I'm working on it because I'm working on it. But if it manifests, I'm gonna beat the crap out of it.
That's the thing. It can manifest to look like something, but it's still in spirit. It can look real. So you're gonna take a swing. Your swing's gonna go right through it.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
since it's in spirit, it can go right into you to try to possess you. That's why if you're going to do a swing, make your swing with a love foundation or whatever you do is got to be out of love foundation. You do anything else, it's not going to work.
It's gonna
Anger,
fail.
hatred, you're going to fail because that's what they feed on.
Welcome, Sagittarius goddess. Welcome to the show.
How you doing, Buckton Honey Bear, Sister Jennifer McAllister, Nava's Angel. We got the Road Runner up
Beep
there.
beep.
He said he needs to wear muscle boxers.
Wow, dude. Be careful with those muscle boxers, man. You might injure something if it's the muscle boxers are too tight. Morgan said there's 1 day left in the countdown.
So we're gonna find out one thing for sure. Whether we're gonna find out one thing. That's why I haven't spoken about it anymore. If it was all BS or if he's got to face a piper, we'll find out. If it was all BS, then it was BS. But if it wasn't BS, then he's gonna have to pay the piper. Somewhere or another, something's gonna happen. We'll see. Sometimes people set you up for failure, say certain things intentionally just to see if you're gonna fall for it. So I just
Yeah.
leave it up to God.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, it's one of those nights, man.
that's why I said I'm not worried about that guy. I'm really not worried about a lot of people anymore. They've come up against me in a negative way. I just leave it up to Jesus Christ, man, and I move on and do what I gotta do. Can't be focused or worried about what other people are saying about me or what they're trying to do. I gotta continue to do me. Spiritual encrypted encounters. How the
Yes,
saying
sir.
goes, the show must go on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I remember, cousin. I used to, my father used to run me off from home quite often, man. So instead of staying at the parks or stuff like that, man, I would always like to stay in abandoned houses, man, to spend the nights. And one of those nights, man, I walked into this house. Of course, there was no power, right? All I had was a lighter. So I found a room way inside the house, away from all the front door, back door. And I remember just, laying down to go to bed, and I turned around and looked at the hallway, and I saw some eyes looking at me, man, from the hallway, and they were too high up to be a dog or a cat. So me persiné. I turned around and went to sleep, man. And en la noche me estaban jalando las patas, man. But hey, that's the risk you run, man. When you're homeless and you walk into these abandoned buildings and houses, man, you never know what's in there. Woke up the next
Yeah,
morning all tired because I really didn't sleep.
yeah. Well, you're in an abandoned house, and the doors are open. What is that saying? If the doors are open, it's abandoned. It means free entry to
There's,
anything to go in there.
yes,
So free
sir.
entry means most likely unclean spirits in there because the doors are open for anything to come in. An open invitation.
Well, I had no choice, man, because there was snow on the ground. It was snowing, and I had to find shelter, man. My dad really didn't give a crap, man, as long as we weren't in his hair once he kicked us out. Excuse me. But yeah, everything was cool, man, until it wasn't. Got attacked most of the night, but since I couldn't go anywhere, I just had to just take it on
Yeah, that's
fights.
lot of. I remember when one of the houses that we would stay when we go work up north. Like towards Lubbock area during the summers. There was always activity around there. Uh, just like bangings and it was always happening. Those, especially when you go work out there and you're working in the fields and you're working in lands that you don't know what happened in that land. The spirits do tend to follow. They tend to follow you because they know that you can see them. So they might follow you because they want to use you to send a message to somebody, in that sense of a way. Also, unclean spirits, if uh, the spirit that's there following you because he knows you can free him from whatever is keeping them in that location or that area, they're going to come at you aggressively because they don't want you to free that spirit out of the location. So that's where a lot of things happen spiritually.
Yeah, I remember, man. I was 12 years old when that happened to me, cousin. Wow, my my dad, he was something else, man. Imagine a 12-year-old kid, man, out there being attacked by a damn unclean spirit in an abandoned house. Yeah, that's just crazy, man. Every time I think about back on my life, I'm just like I can't believe I'm here.
Brothers and sisters, how hard it is to just try to live your life, a normal life, a clean life. Staying out of trouble is very hard in this world because there's so many temptations, right? If you have spiritual openings, you can get misguided real quick. So if his father wasn't doing the job that he was supposed to be doing as a man, then he had to learn the hard way, and which makes him who he is now. I mean, we're not nobody to judge anybody, but apparently something was happening with his father. Just like with my family, I went through a lot of things also in that nature. But what can you do when you're placed in a situation of you either you suck it up and learn from it and survive, or you just become another casualty, another victim.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stephen, I've asked and prayed God for what my purpose is, and I still have not received an answer. But the fact that I've managed to live this long, when I met Abe, that we were teenagers, I always told everybody I won't live to see past 27 years old. The fact that I made it almost 25 years after that, I've been blessed, man. I've been blessed because I didn't think I'd live to be the age I am now.
When you're set up for failure and nobody's there to assist you, it's about what you're going to do to survive. You know, the situation we were in, where I was in when I was in a teenager, is I was getting targeted for a lot of bad people, evil people coming after us. I'm talking about evil people of the spirit, which was brujas and brujos, you name it, and then evil people that would do evil things just for quick buck. So we overcame all that from the corrupt town I grew up in. Never since my show home was built near a native burial ground, I didn't help to have a lot of brujeria. It saddens me that other people can be so evil. I'm sorry, Jesse, to your trauma as you as well. Well, that's the way it is. That's part of the balance. I got taught about the balance by one of my great grandmother, my Lola. She was always telling me stories, telling me about the balance, about that there was good and evil, to be careful for this and that. And when she was telling me all these things, the reason tears were coming out of her eyes is because within her own family, she had daughters that was dabbling with the dark arts. So that's why she would cry sometimes because she knew and she had family members that were doing evil things. So that's why she would cry sometimes because she knew that there was evil amongst her own family. But you can only guide your children a certain way. You know, eventually they're going to have to make their own decisions in life. So I believe, how old did she live? Or great grandmother, Malola?
Man, I heard 110, but it might have been less. And she was well, way over 100, way over 100, cousin.
She was like a medicine woman, a curandera, because she would cure too. People would go to her. You know, there was I don't know what else was involved in that because you know certain some of her daughters that were involved in and sons, right? That were doing dabbling in the dark arts.
Yeah, to me, she always looked like a native elder, man. A native elder. She looked really, really native. And most of her daughters, man, and sons, they looked native, man. They had, now that they're old, it's like looking at an old picture of Geronimo or something like that because they look really, really native. Every one of the Chavez, they look native, man. Every one of the Rodriguez, they look native. I don't understand why. I don't know why the De La Fuentes don't look like that, man. Careful what you wish for, Sagittarius goddess, because you could pick something up at a Indian burial ground that you don't want. Sacred land, sacred
Yeah,
land.
I wouldn't recommend recommend. uh, there's a lot of activity on native Indian burial grounds
Name
or hood.
Wendigo mean anything?
A lot of activity. Dark shadow spirits, shapeshifter skinwalkers. Yeah, Wendigo will be one of them. And then you have the tormented souls, tormented spirits that died a horrible way that could want vengeance. So you have a lot of things out there. Those individuals, those areas, they died with their beliefs of what they knew, right? So
You want to know what goes on at an Indian burial ground? Talk to Nevaeh's angel. She says her childhood home is located near an Indian burial ground. She should know from experience.
a lot of witchcraft and necromancy. Jennifer McAllister says, "Not me."
She knows better, man.
The Apache and other tribes mixed with the natives of Mexico. Yikes! Never pick up a token object from native burial grounds. In the area that I would that in Elms Grove, I would find horseshoes in the middle of the woods. I would find arrows, and sometimes I will find the tails of dogs and cats. Just the tails, big
Any
tails,
good
small tails.
any good spirit, Sagittarius goddess has already gone to the hunting grounds. Anything you find at the at the burial ground is not good, man. All the good spirits are already gone.
You're gonna lay down by a tree to take a nap. You don't know that in the tree it might be a big tree. You don't know that tree could have been a marker of a grave. So the tree itself could have the spirit of a native because it was used as a marker, which I believe this was a lot of those spirits will go into the trees, you know, because there were their marker where their grave site is, you know, where they were buried. So they go to that tree.
The Nevaeh's angel said, "Sad goddess, the good spirits are gone from this world." So yeah, anything left at an Indian burial ground is no bueno.
in our neighborhood, every year around the same time frame, there was missing dogs and cats. There was in every poll there was posts of freaking different animals that were being missing. You know, dogs and cats every year. Yeah, you'll see a lot of activity. Your doorbells might be ringing. You might hear drum beats. You might hear something chanting. You might see shadow spirits. You might see a possible skinwalker shapeshifter. Uh, many might see a lot of things. Depends uh, what kind of spiritual openings that you have. If you get they're very territorial. So if you have a spiritual opening, they might try to use that to come up against you. Normally, people that live in these lands that are how should I say native Indian burial ground land. A lot of people do not live for a very long time in there. What I mean by that, some people die in their sleep in these lands where it's Indian burial ground.
Al Gore.
How you doing, brother Al? Yes, I had. Let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, I think seven saving neighbors that I know of that live in my block. They all died. They were all found dead in their dreams. I mean, in their beds. They died overnight. Uh, all these people died within the time frame of like about a month and a half.
Wow.
They were all found dead in their beds. There was only one person that was found dead on the recliner, and I know what happened to them. It was the same thing that was trying to target me, which I will call the succubus or incubus. They attack when you're asleep. So that's not that hard to figure out that there's the shadow spirits that were going into the homes. That's what they were doing. They were draining the life source of the people. So there was a lot of the people that lived in my block that they all died within a matter of month and a half. You know, I could have been a casualty of that, but I fought and I said a type under because Jesus Christ's name. I tried to warn some of these people, and nobody wanted to listen to me or believe what I was trying to tell them, and all these people died, and they're all found dead in their beds,
That's crazy.
drained the life source.
That's crazy too, Namia's Angel. That's why I don't keep a radio in the house.
Thank you, Nevis Angel.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, there was a guy, one of those people. Okay, there was a mobile home. I didn't know the brother, the first guy that owned the home. He had died in the bed. So when a brother came and inherited the home, uh, he died in the same bed his brother died.
Oh
Then
wow.
another brother came and inherited the home, and he died also. So it was three brothers that died in the same bed in the
Same
same home.
succubus, I bet you.
Yeah, the one that I didn't know, which was the second brother, you told me you would see this dark shadow figures coming around the house, trying to come. Sometimes it will catch them inside his house, and he would tell him to leave and stuff like that. He had heart problems, but they all died in that home. Uh, the security lady that worked for the park, the mobile home park, was a privately owned park, and they had security that would drive around at nighttime, throughout the night from like 10 till like 4 or 5 in the morning. They'll drive all throughout the night, and It was just a security guard. She worked for the government. She was up there in age, like 56, 58, and she would tell me uh, that she would see things out there when she would be investigating. But she had this high powered flashlight because she said she would see this shadow figures, that she would hit them with a bright light wherever she seen like a shadow or an object, like if somebody was moving. So she hit him with the flashlight, and she would tell me. She's the one that told me about the location to be careful because that location was kind of like living in a communist country because the people in charge were very, guess, prejudiced in some kind of way. But I just didn't know that all this other activity was happening also. Uh, but she told me about the dark shadow figures or the spirits that were out there because she would see them. Well, she passed away also. Um, she was having activity around her home because she lived near the park. So she took a vacation. She went up to Washington to climb one of the mountains over there. I guess what is a mountain that's in Washington that's got a volcano? Uh, I can't remember. Was it where Mount St. Helen is? If I'm correct,
I
one of
think you're
those.
correct.
Um, she, I guess, as she was walking up this mountain, she got a heart attack. Then she was walking down from it, and she had like two heart attacks and passed away on that mountain. You
Wow,
know,
that's a good question, and Jennifer.
what's the question?
What do you think about spontaneous combustion?
I've seen spontaneous combustion, but not out of people. I've seen spontaneous combustion of some of the spirits, like for example, the what people want to call the sea witch. I call the succubus. When she had her mouth open and was draining my energy, when I woke up out of the dream, she was trying to keep me preoccupied, and I seen her body, and I said, which is a spirit, and I said, I type on the rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. Her eyes open, or where her eyes are supposed to be open, and her mouth open, and she just exploded, and all you could see was orbs leaving her body. So only God knows how many
Souls she
spirits,
ate.
how many spirits were released that day from her when I type bind and rebuked her in that manner. I believe the Heavenly Father knew I was capable of doing this, so that's why he placed her in my path. Not just it was about freeing the spirits, and a lot of spirits were freed that day from the succubus.
As far as combustion goes, Jennifer, I tried becoming a member of the Blue Flamers once, but that's about as far as I got with combustion. Mayhem wants to know what's the ugliest spirit you have ever encountered, cousin.
I don't know, to ugly spirit. I mean, to me, it's like this demonic spirits, ugly spirits. They try to take a one of those manifestations to try to so you can be afraid. So me, I'm used to seeing so many different manifestations that I can't say that one is uglier than the other. To me, it's the same old when it comes down to them that they try to manifest to scare you for the fear factor. But when you've been through spiritual battles, you tend not to fear. Doesn't matter what they manifest to. It doesn't matter uh, what form they take. Like what form or what they say. Man, they can sound like all kinds of different kinds of animals coming out of their mouth because they can mimic things. It's about not being afraid. What's the scariest the one you seen, cousin? Because they're
The
talking about
ugliest?
spirit.
The ugliest is what he's talking about. It was that little white girl in Mississippi that kept coming out of my closet because she was covered in blood, and she always wanted to play, opening, closing doors and whatnot, man, making doorbell sounds. But yeah, that was the ugliest one I seen because like all right here, man, it was like just a hole, and then there was blood in her hair and everything, man. That was the ugliest one I seen so far. Just wondering if it's same evil spirit. Jennifer McAllister says. Now I'm pretty sure there's more than one evil spirit, Jennifer.
It's just the manifestations that they take. Uh, it's kind of
They
like
read they read your mind so that they can find what you're afraid of.
well, I think one of the manifestations that I seen was that one that I told you that you couldn't see the teeth in the eyes, and he was moving his head. It looked like he had ants all over it, like he was burnt on his body. And then he stopped and looked at me, and he was laughing. So I guess it would be like a because the condition the body was like, I mean, ants eating the body. He's like burnt, but I try not to focus too much on that because that could be a manifestation that you just take just to see if you're going to get scared.
Hmm.
Seeing the one that chased us down the road, the big one that looked like, I don't know what it was. That looked like he had red eyes. We call it a buto negro. That it was massive, covered half of the road, and chased us back to when I was living in Raymondville. I've seen so many, it's just that I tend not to be afraid of them or anything like that because I know that Jesus Christ is with me. But yeah, they can take forms. If you allow them to scare you, then they're going to take advantage of you because they're going to see that you're afraid. So they're going to cause all kinds of activity just to continue to have some kind of dominion over you. I say to
All
you,
right,
don't.
cousin. I'll be right back. I gotta go find a Tylenol or something, man. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's what they do. Mayhem the truth. There's some videos that I see on YouTube that I could tell that they're man-made, that they're not legit. I mean, because I do go and investigate and I capture the activity that I capture, and it's not going to be uh, somebody in a baggy costume or anything like that, or somebody pretending to be something. It's way different than what some of the footage that they show on YouTube. What I capture, it comes a whole different way, man. It's nothing compared to the hoax or the fraudulent videos that YouTube has, man. It has a lot of fake YouTube videos. Well, that's the thing, man. Hey, the truth. Activity is all year long. How you doing, sis? Is all year long. Everybody thinks that Halloween because of the 31st, right? That activity is going to pick up. Activity is always up. When you're walking with a Love Foundation, just put it this way: there's activity 24/7 in Elms Grove or any land where something might have happened, or it might be Native Indian burial ground, or there was a tragic event that happened. There's always activity there. Yeah, Skinwalker is just a spirit, Skinwalker shapeshifter, somebody that dabble in the dark arts through witchcraft and necromancy. The so-called Bigfoots, or demons, supposedly taught some of this these natives, the dark arts. That's where they have the capabilities of shaping the skinwalkers. They had to do with a blood deal, right? In order to be able to do the things that they do now. They're amongst us in spirit form.
Oh, my prima, hi.
So yeah, I mean, that's why when somebody asks me a question, I can't really give you an honest answer, especially when they say what's the scariest, what's the ugliest, because I've seen so many, man, so many different manifestations. I just don't give them power of fear, because if they sense that, man, they'll come at you. So what do you do if something's mimicking different manifestations, or uh, mimicking different voices, different animal sounds or growls? You maintain with your love foundation. You type out and rebuke it, send it away. Like you, that that's what they're trying to do, is find an opening to see if you're going to get scared. They're scared of seeing something, or see if you're going to get scared if you're hearing something, because that's your senses, right? If you see something, your eyes are your senses. Hearing something is your senses, right? If you're feeling something spiritually, that's your senses. So they're just trying to trying to infiltrate, to find a way into your foundation. That's why you have to remain strong, no matter what you see or what you hear. Can't be afraid of it, because it might manifest to look different every second, every 2 seconds, and you're seeing it right there in front of you because it manifested, and you're seeing different versions of the different beastly manifestations that it can take, and it might be making different sounds of different animals. Uh, no matter what they're doing, is you have to maintain your love foundation, not be afraid, and rebuke it in Jesus Christ's name. Stand your spiritual ground. What do you think about that, Primo Jesse?
Well, primo, it's like I've always told you, man. You cannot trust your eyes or your ears because they can be deceived. You have to trust. You have to trust your spiritual instincts that they will tell you and warn you when things are about to go afoot. Because your eyes and ears can be deceived. The only thing that cannot be deceived is your your spiritual gifts, man, that God
Hey,
has given you.
that's all I'm saying is, no matter what you're seeing or you're hearing or you're feeling, you have to not give it an opening, because this is what it's trying to do. Kind of like what happened to me today's late yesterday's investigation. My thing starts giving out. I think I sent you a text that I was going to go live, and it was just random, because I seen that the clouds covered the sun, so it's not too hot. So I decided to go, and I guess whatever was there got energy from the rain clouds that were up on top, because there was thunder, right? So whatever is there in that area, since there's limestone, it manifested, and I could hear something laughing. I was hearing what sounded like hyenas laughing, and all other kinds of activity. But I just went to a certain area, and then I said, you know what? Let me get out of here. So I left. I wasn't afraid, but I left because I just
You
haven't
got
debunked the video fully.
you got surrounded as soon as you walked up, man.
Yeah,
They were waiting there for you. As soon as that you walked up, you were surrounded, man.
right off the
And
bat in
then
the path. Yeah.
and then what happened, man, was that the screen froze, and you went on with the live, man. But I didn't catch it. It wouldn't grab it. I looked for it and it wouldn't grab it. It blocked me from getting it. But I watched it afterward.
It froze several times. That rod, I got a picture. The rod that was on the ground.
That looked like a
I got a
lance to me.
picture. I got a picture of the sky where there's a rod. So in
Hi,
the sky.
Frozen.
So I don't know, was it part of the lag or what? It was just weird. Let me see. They said when the girl didn't come out of the room, whatever it was started growling demonically.
Yeah, I seen that video.
Yeah, that's some man that it's the ones that you capture when they're saying something to you and you're right in the open. You're not indoors because when you're indoors, anything can make a sound to sound like something. It's just when you're out of the open, you're by yourself and you're recording and you're capturing all these things around you. It's one of those things where you could say, I wish somebody would be here with me so they can see what's going on. But then I say to myself, well, I want nobody to get spiritually attacked either. So, but that's why I go by myself to do this videos. And I wasn't gonna go today, it just happened to go to the store and I was coming back and I seen it was cloudy. I said, okay, it's not too hot. Maybe I can go do a video. And I just didn't expect, even went in there and, right off the bat, got activity in the path uh, and then my video started breaking in and out. I kept on hearing like hyenas laughing in the wood line. Kept on walking. I found a rod stuck in the ground that has never been there before in that area, and I started my senses were getting triggered big time when I was in those areas. After that, past the rod, I was gonna keep on walking, and it's like my connection just gave out, and then I start walking backwards and I start catching all activity around me, like my senses keep on getting triggered all throughout the video. Uh, then it's when I hear something laughing as I'm exiting out, going out towards the exit where something's laughing beside me, and I said, identify yourself, so you can say whatever you want to say, identify yourself. But something was laughing. It sounded like a kid, but I know it wasn't a kid. It was just laughing very wickedly. Could
Yeah,
have
when I
been
rewatched that, man, when you said identify yourself, there was a gust of wind, and it like I heard a voice, but I couldn't decipher what it said. But you remember, man, when I called you when we lived at that other house, that I told you that there was something in my dead sister's room,
Mhm.
and I put the camera in there, and you just saw that black shadow figure on my
Yeah,
sister's side of the bed. You remember that?
yeah,
I was glad I called you, man, because at first I thought I was seeing things and I was crazy, but I had already seen it. I just wanted a second opinion.
yeah. I can see those things. The one that I went, which is the time before this time around, was the one that was hovering behind me, like literally floating in the air with his arms open, and he was off the ground like 5 feet off the ground, 5, 6 feet off the ground, and it was just flying in the air behind me, like had a wicked look to its face. I just couldn't catch it on camera because my life he had the connection had broken. So, but by the time I tried to turn the camera, he couldn't capture it because I had no connection. But I seen it pass. It was like, and that's when I went there today. I went to the location where I seen it floating, and I went pointing towards the woods where it came from initially. And I said to identify itself, and that's when activity started picking up. My camera froze and started picking up all this activity around me. Kamala Harris. It could have been Kamala Harris.
Ridge Runner, I only know one Kamala, and that was Kamala, the Ugandan giant. He was a wrestler. he tapped his belly.
He passed away of diabetes, man.
Yeah, they took both his legs before he died, man. He was in a wheelchair.
You're going from being the giant to the half a
Half
giant.
man, half car. How about the demon face, black eyed demons? People are seeing a lot now. Plus, they're saying people that are feeling them are sick or have a condition. I've never heard of that, Ferocian. Have you heard of that, cousin?
I've heard of people talking about this black eyed kids or whatever, but I've never seen one. I have seen people now with black eyes, but that's from punching them in the face.
I've seen many of those. I've made them. I made some of those myself.
No,
I don't know about witches flying on brooms. Sagittarius
but the only
goddess.
time that I see black eyed kids and with black eyes adults is during Halloween when they put those fake contacts on, and it's like you can't see the white of the eye, but it just looks black.
Uh, Sagittarius goddess about the
Or
witch flying on brooms. I don't know, man. That sounds like a lot of stitches. That
about the
sounds like a
demon
lot of splinters.
face black eye demons. People are seeing a lot now. I don't know, man. I want to see it. You got to think about it, man. There's a lot of people that are seeing a lot of things, but some of these people they're high on drugs, man. They're doing a lot of drugs. That I mean, it's part of the hallucination of the drugs. You know, they're into something.
No, I don't know, man. I did a lot of drugs. I never saw no children with black eyes. I followed the gremlins around, yes, but never children with black eyes.
Children of the damned.
I'm pretty sure they exist, man, but they just
I
go
mean,
around
I don't
asking
know,
to be
man.
let into
I've
people's
never
houses.
encountered a black eyed kid like this. People were saying that there's black eyed kids, and I think they're going off by a story of a location in the woods where they see the images of children in the woods, children that had during the I don't know the depression or something. There was a lot of kids that died in the woods or something like that. But for me to say that I encounter a kid with black eyes, you know, like the eyes are fully black, I haven't personally. I haven't encountered anything like that. Like what I encountered is things with red eyes or yellowish glow, but not one with its fully like black eyes. No, I haven't. So I
Yeah,
can't
that would
speak
be like
about it.
a super emo kid or something like that.
No, no, but there's a lot of movies right now where people seeing this. You know, maybe the Gen, you know, movies where people have the full black eyes because they're possessed. Uh, when I seen a person be possessed, it's not the black eyes that I see; it's the white eyes, where their eyes are rolled back white and something's within them. That's what I witness is the white eye, the white eyes. Is when the eyes you don't see the pupil or nothing, just the whiteness of the eyes, and they're being possessed by something. That's when you know a fight spiritually to get rid of whatever's bounding the person. Uh, it's the white eyes that I see. So that's what, but now white eyes I have seen where people are being demonized and their eyes are rolled back white, kind of like I guess a person that would do a good impersonation of that would be the Undertaker, right? Where the eyes roll back white. But you know when he does it, he has to play a certain part. This is automatic when the person is like that. And when you
How,
start fighting the unclean spirit, well, the people goes back to normal because it flees the person. But I've witnessed the white eyes now. Now, if you tell me about witnessed white eyes, yes, I've witnessed white eyes where there's no pupil.
man,
When
I watch
people,
entirely too much animation, man. You said white eyes, I wanted to say Byakugan. Damn, that Japanese animation.
yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. There's a lot of TV that when they talk about a demonic spirit or whatever, they always put somebody with black eyes, full black with no white.
No pupils.
That's not what I've witnessed spiritually of what I've encountered. So it's a manifestation. So in like when that when I dealt with that demon, that I could see him in the form of a person that I knew, but when the light hit him in the face, you couldn't see the flesh anymore. You could only see the skull and the snake going through his hole in where the eye's supposed to be. And when he passed, it was like shifting. His face was shifting where he was trying to not break his how should I say, his manifestation. That's when I kept on going into prayer. So he couldn't manifest anymore because I already figured out what it was. So I just kept on praying and praying against it. And it said when he couldn't win, and he just took a couple of steps and disappeared. Now that right there, when they disappear and there's a smell like a sulfur, or like Cousin Jesse says, rotten eggs or pestilence. Now that right there, that is crazy as hell right there, because everything just vanishes. The apparition or the manifestation of the body, how it looks, it just disappears. Even the bike disappeared that he had. Yeah. Yeah, and I've noticed that people can get things off of TV, and then they say, "Look what I found," and you could tell they took a screenshot or something off of a movie, and they try to say it's a dog, man. They'll try to say it's a Bigfoot, but you can literally tell it's a movie. It's a movie. All you got to do is take the picture of what they're putting and go to Google Lens, put it there, and it'll take you to the movie it's from. So you'll be able to figure it out real quick, but it's not real.
Like the one you sent me today that I told you that it played for the Lakers.
I sent him a video of one today. You could literally tell it was a person in a costume, or you could literally tell it was a costume. And he said he was just a tall guy that used to play for the Lakers.
Kareem the dude, your mama.
Crazy videos. Like, what the hell? You could tell they're fake as hell,
Well, I sent you videos, man. I sent you some videos that I said he's gonna laugh at this.
A lot of false videos, man. Coming from the Bigfoot community, sadly. And they say that I give them a bad reputation. Hell no, you got enough people represented the Bigfoot community to give you a bad reputation.
It was like, I'm embarrassed for you.
A lot of hoaxers, fraudulent videos. You got people in your community already doing that. So how dare you come and try to blame AHCS for spiritual encrypted encounters? If your own people,
no munching,
that are cryptozoologists and whatever the king there are, that are giving y'all a bad rep. Me, I just bring the spiritual truth up front. That's it. That's all I'm doing. That's why I don't even comment in the videos, even though I'm a member of some Bigfoot communities. I see the videos. I was like, oh, here we go. Here's another one. I didn't even spend my time to comment on it. What's sad about it is they want you to not to disagree with the video. They want you to agree and to be nice to the person that's posting the video, even though it's a person in costume, or even though it's a scene from a movie. They don't want you to bluntly truthful about it.
You can't call bullshit on it then.
Exactly.
That's crazy, man. Be nice. Get your participation trophy.
If you disagree, or you even put a smiley face or a sad face, a smiley face, like making fun of it, we will boot you out of a group. That's what they say. that if you even laugh about it, put the funny emoji, they're going to automatically kick you out of the group. So it's like, what kind of crap is it? It's like they want you to agree to everything they're putting out there, even though you know it's bullshit. That's crazy. But you know, is the people from the group just doing it for the numbers, or is it,
That could be it.
or would you rather put something out there that's legit, that's real, which
Oh
they do
man,
not have too much legit stuff, man.
most
Honestly,
of most of the people that come into this page, cousin, they know everything that is said in this page is real. There's no fakery going on here, no photo fuckery or nothing like that, man. Everything here, 100% legit. And these people that come here, they know that. That's why they keep coming back.
yeah, because you know we speak the truth here. We don't need to bullshit nobody. And you know that's sad that somebody wants to go with the flow of a bullshit film, or somebody pretend to be a Bigfoot or a dog man, and you could literally tell it's a person in costume, and you want to go and pretend it's legit, it's real. It's like that's crazy. Just to keep the myth or legend alive, that takes away the credibility, especially when the video is debunked to be 100% fake, or the person confesses that it was fraudulent. It just gives them a bullshit. How should I say? People see them differently. He sees the groups differently. Sees the people in charge of the groups differently.
We're gonna start a TV show, me and Abe, where every week Abe will be possessed, and I'll act scared. We're going from to people's houses, and Abe will get possessed, and I'll act scared and be crying. Yeah, we will never do anything fake like that, man. I'm just laughing about it.
They don't want to hear the truth, man. That's what it is. They don't want to hear the truth, and that's the truth. Somewhere, somehow, these people that go out there, they go out in numbers, a pack of guys or whatever. They've been doing this for years. Maybe they get tired of their old ladies or whatever, and I say, hey, it's time for us guys to go out there and do a thing. I need a break from my old lady, and they did that. So okay, let's say we find a Bigfoot, and so like that they'll let us keep on coming out here doing the guy thing, drink a couple of beers just to stay away from our old ladies. We'll come up with a bullshit story every time, make a bullshit footprint, so we can continue to do what we do. We can make a name for ourselves. We can become famous. So long somebody buys our bullshit, we're gonna become famous. And that's what I see, man. The reason I say that is because there is no physical evidence of a being that's alive or a being that's dead, a carcass or skeletal structure of any cryptid, Bigfoot, Dogman, any cryptid, in which people are seeing something, in which I believe they are seeing something, is what I call the DDN, disembodied demonic Nephilim. That they're demonic in nature. So they take the manifestation of what they're believing in. So a lot of those people that are believing in the Bigfoots, okay, you believe in Bigfoots? They know the spirit. They're going to manifest to look like whatever they're thinking the Bigfoot looks like. It's going to manifest that way. He knows your fears. If he knows you're afraid of a snake, it might turn into a giant anaconda, just to scare the hell out of you. You're afraid of spiders, it's going to manifest to look like a spider. It's going to go for the fears that you have.
Hey Al, Primo, myself, and Ridge Runner, we're gonna do the scariest show ever. We're gonna find Waldo. I'm sorry, cuz I'm jacked up on soda, man. This is the second soda I drank sitting here already, man. So I'm jacked up on coke.
People can try to tell me, hey, read my book. It's got all the things you need to know in my book. It's like, to me, it's like I'm one of those people that's what do you call it? Is where I have to go to the location. Not that I have curiosity. That's what I do. I've been doing it for a long time. That I can go to an area where these people say that there's a werewolf in the LBL. I can go to the location, and whatever's there is going to identify to me through spiritual law. So if it's demonic in nature, it's going to identify myself, but I'm going to see its true nature. All these people that are seeing the manifestation of a werewolf or hellhound, or whatever the hell they're seeing, is because that's what they're believing in. So it's going to manifest that way. I'm able to see right through the manifestation.
That would really change the Bigfoot community, because then they'd be saying, "Look, we finally found one. We finally have proof."
I can find the spiritual proof of what it really is, what's behind the manifestations. I can go to location to wherever it might be, but it could be dangerous. But yeah, I can find wherever the source is coming from. As Runner says, since I'm not an actual bull, then I can't bullshit.
I was laughing at that, but I'm sorry. I was trying not to.
Well, you can say horse shit about a mini pony, mini shit.
Hey, at least I'm not a werewolf that's Chihuahua. Morgan says, I did see a video that scared me today. It was a church service in San Antonio where during the prayer a woman started screaming, yelling, and the demon was manifesting. The audience was scared. Wow. I would have said San Antonio, Texas.
There you go, San Antonio. There's a lot of videos that there's AI that has that people add to it to make it seem a certain way. A lot of videos. Ever since the AI, you ever notice this? Ever since the AI started making AI, that all this crazy videos started coming out of nowhere. I mean, shoot, if they can make a picture sing, make it look realistic, like if you can put an old picture of somebody that's passed away in the picture singing, they can create anything.
Damn right, Street Jesus. Waldo is the scariest one. Cousin Ferocia wants to know if you've ever come across a jinn during your service.
Yes, I did. During Operation Desert Storm, and when I went back in 1995, I ran into the jinn out there, near the Iraqi border. Well, I was guarding the Kuwaiti border, which is the Kuwaiti border and the Iraqi border. That's where I ran into the jinn. There's a lot of things underground over there that only they know what's underground, underneath the sand. A lot of underground tunnels. When you think of underground tunnels underneath the sand, and you're in the desert, there's vipers and there's lizards that live underneath the sand. The only other thing that you can think of would be what people want to call reptilian, right? Because reptilians live underneath the sand. Well, these people were coming from underneath the sand, like snakes coming out of the sand. So only God knows what's underneath the sand over there in the desert. I know I ran into a lot of scorpions and a lot of lizards, a couple of vipers, a cobra. But the jinn is definitely out there. There is nothing to block the wind. So in the middle of the night, you can hear noises in the wind. of women, of children. There's nothing blocking the wind. You can hear like somebody in pain and stuff like that. It's nothing blocking the wind in the desert.
You wrong for that, Bridge Runner. I don't know, man, if I could handle seeing the gin like that, man, because I seen a video of back over there in Afghanistan somewhere, and it was in a cave, and the guy with the camera was following it around, and I knew it had to be fake, man, because if he's following it around and it's running from him, nah, I don't think the gin would run like that, man, especially not in a cave. How this?
Sister Liz Delgado said, the wind speaks. Yeah. Wendigo. DDN. Wendigo. Something that's like the wind, which is like a spirit. Moves like the wind. What else moves in the wind? Lechusas move in the wind.
I'm glad I know how to whistle. I don't know how to whistle, cousin. That gets you in a lot of trouble, man.
What else moves in the wind that we know of? The Mothman moves in the
The
wind.
Mothman, el pájaro,
El Pájaro, Thunderbird.
that Batman that you saw in South Texas.
Brujas.
Brujas.
That's the form of lechuzas.
Well, that, and when they're riding their brooms and get all those splinters.
Las escobas, yeah, they move in the wind. You want to talk about wind? What's one of the characters that everybody talks about around Christmas time that moves in the wind?
Saint Nick.
Santa Claus. Makes you wonder.
You know, they said that the orbs on the Christmas trees nowadays, back in the old days, man, they were baby skulls because they offered the babies up to Moloch for the winter solstice. Because they say that Jesus Christ was actually born in April.
A lot of things speak in the wind. Like when I went out there, when there was a couple of clouds, rain clouds up on top, and I started hearing something laughing, making its presence known. It uses the wind and it moves like the wind. Spirits that can pass right beside you, inches away. I have to debunk the video. I just took a quick glance out of it, but I really need to debunk it, like frame by frame, lower down the speed to see if I catch anything moving like at a fast rate of speed.
Speaking of the Christmas thing, man, how high were these people, man, that they saw reindeer flying? Come on, and one of them was a cocaine addict. His nose was red.
Where was this at?
The reindeer that pulled the sleigh, man. How high were these people that invented Santa Claus that they were seeing flying reindeer? One of them was his nose was red because he was a cocaine addict, man. He was riding with the snow. Crazy, man. Flying reindeer.
Remember, Angel said the Middle East is a very old civilization. Yeah, definitely a lot of activity out there too.
I don't know, man. I don't think I could live in the desert.
When dogs come out of anywhere just to eat body parts, and in the desert you can see miles and miles away, and all of a sudden these dogs come out of anywhere. It's like, where did they come from? How did they get here? 7 Points, Texas. We were in the backyard with my friends. Oh shoot, Morgan. 7 Points, Texas. Is that over there near Corpus Christi, Morgan? Right? Los 7 puntos.
No sé, primo. I've never been there. Never heard about it. This is the first time I've heard about it. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you, Sister Liz. By Kaufman.
By Gun Barrel City. I've been out that way toward that Pinta that's over there.
Is
I
it
might have
by
passed through
Corpus?
there. No, man, it's going the other way, man. By Gun Barrel City. It's not
Uh,
going south.
it's like when I was in the army. I think I shared the story, but I'll share it to y'all again. Whoever hasn't listened to it is there was already activity happening in Fort Hood because Fort Hood uh, used to be native land. So in some of the rooms there was activity. There were soldiers. Some soldiers were committing suicide in the rooms, and nobody knew what was going on. Uh, but it was a Saturday night, and I heard it was late at night. I was asleep, and I heard little kids laughing inside my best of you. You know what you have? They have to open the door to get in there because there's four rooms, right? Two doors over there, and two doors over here. They come and start banging on my freaking door, boom, 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 and they're laughing. So when I open the door, I hear like footsteps running. When I open the door, there's nobody there. I walk all the way downstairs. I was on the third floor. There'll be nobody there. I walk back up there, and I'm fixing to go leg down. Then I hear him running again, you know. And as soon as I start banging the freaking door, I'm there by the doorknob, opened it. There's nobody there. So that happened for about almost a week, right? Just same activity, and I was pissed off because I was like, I knew females would come visit soldiers. I was like, how come they got these kids out of control? You know, it's like 3 in the morning, kids, and I like, no, I wasn't thinking nothing of it, you know, because I was in the military. I was trying just to stay focused on my job, try not to worry about the spiritual things, but just focus on being a soldier. So then one day I'm polishing my boots. It's the following Saturday. I'm on the third floor, and there's like in between the buildings, there's like a cubby hole where it's got the four buildings, right? So it's one across me. When I'm polishing my boots, uh, I have the lamp on. I hear the little kids laughing in the room across that gap, and they're laughing at me. I was like, all right, put down my freaking boots, put on my. I walk all the way downstairs, go around the building, and go to that room where these little kids were laughing. You know, I'm banging on the door, boom, 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 boom. I'm pissed, and I'm trying to get the De La Fuente. I was pissed off, man. Like boom, 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 boom. I mean, I was banging the hell out of this door. A guy opens the door next to the door I'm banging on, and he told me, "Hey, what's going on?" I said, "Well, I'm trying to get this guy here. This kids that come visit him, they keep on knocking on my door over there." And he looks at me and said, "There's no kids. There's nobody that lives there. That room is empty." So that's what he told me, that the room was empty. So I was like, "What the hell?" You know. So I go up, go back to my room, and I was like, finish shining my boots, trying to figure out why I hear somebody laughing out of that room. So I go to sleep, and as I'm caught up in the stage where I'm going to sleep. You know, I'm stuck in between, like dozing off, waking up, dozing off, waking up. When that's happening to me, I see something standing at the foot of my bed. It's very tall. It looks like it's got a cape on, but the face look like a demonic or bat like, but like a demon. He was real tall, like 6 foot something. I don't know. He was standing in front of my bed, and I was able to get up. When I got up, it was gone. But that was the last time I heard those kids laughing. But I believe it was that had entered my room because I opened the door several times. It might have come into my room, you know. So the only thing I did is I did the sign of the cross and I prayed for whatever was there to leave. Imagine trying to be in the military and you have all this spiritual gifts to be able to do things. It's just that sometimes the spiritual side of the aspect of things doesn't want you to be uh, a soldier, doesn't want you to be just a normal person, because that's the gifts that are you're given to be able to distinguish the unseen or evil. So after a while, I knew that I couldn't just be a soldier. I had to be who I was meant to be, which is Brother Abe Cias, the person that comes up with all this wisdom and knowledge. So I started taking record of certain situations that would happen while I was in the military, and just to keep track, of certain things that would happen to place as my wisdom and knowledge. That's why I'm giving you all this spiritual advice of what to do, what not to do, what you're not supposed to do if somebody's knocking your door. Is you could do the sign of the cross, or you could put sign of the cross on the door, open the door if there's somebody there. But if nobody's out there, you say you're not allowed to come into my home and close the door. Because that's most likely something unclean or demonic that's trying to enter your home. Or people go outside and they walk around, but they forget to do the sign of the cross. Then they forget to do the sign of the cross when they walk in or pray. So that's a free entry for whatever was outside to go inside your house. So then you start having activity inside your home, and you're like, "How did this happen?" Then you're gonna remember, oh, somebody was knocking, I heard, or somebody laughing outside. I went outside, but nobody was out there. I forgot to do the sign of the cross. I forgot to pray. I forgot to say, welcome inside my home. A tie banner of in Jesus Christ. I mean, sometimes you forget, because if you're in the middle of your sleep and that happens, sometimes you forget to do things. Nobody's perfect. I forgot to do one thing earlier today too. I'm going to do it right now. Heavenly Father, this time I'll let the tie bind and rebuke any negative energies that are around me. I would like to say that nothing is welcome inside my home, around my home. And if there is something around me or inside this home, we take authority over you in Jesus Christ's name and leave. You're not allowed in here. This I pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Sometimes you forget to say certain things when you go and investigate, because you think that you didn't capture anything or nothing happened, that everything's okay. But that's when they follow. They can get attached to you and follow you inside your house. I'm just being honest with you, brothers and sisters. What do you think? There's so many people within the paranormal community and the crypto community being sick right now. What can cause people to be sick? Negative attachments. They're out there investigating, going looking for certain things that they're believing in it. Whether it's a Bigfoot, whether it's a dog man, but then if it's demonic, then the demon has jurisdiction over them, and that's what they do. They cause illnesses. They cause people to be sick because of the belief.
Sagittarius Goddess wants to know, do you think the military knows some of the things you've experienced? It's not something you tell your superiors.
They knew. Some of them knew that I was gifted in some kind of way, that I was seeing things, sensing things, but I would just keep it. When I was in the military, I keep a lot of things to myself. I'm telling you, evil is within the military too. There's DDN, or demons that I tell you, where they can manifest to look like a soldier, like a chaplain, because I witnessed it in the army. So, there's a lot of things you just have to keep to yourself and just fight for yourself, or if you can, fight for those that, that are willing to open up to Jesus Christ, to enter their lives, to help them out spiritually. You can only say certain things in the military. because when they want you to be a soldier, that's what your job is, to be a soldier and follow orders. So they don't want to hear anything of anything. They just want you to follow orders of the mission of the job that they expect you to perform, which is your MOS of what you went to basic training for. You're welcome, Sister Shelley Hope. I'm glad that I was able to help you. And which, when now that you have the understanding, you know exactly what to do. It's not give anything like that power. You maintain your love foundation. You can take authority or anything through Jesus Christ and tell it to leave. That it's not welcome in your land, in your home, or wherever it's causing chaos and havoc. Right? You take authority over through Jesus Christ and tell it to leave, and the things that were happening there at your home will stop. Sometimes they might come back in numbers, but that's when you hold more steady and strong spiritually through Jesus Christ to continue to protect your foundation, whether it's your immediate foundation or your home. You could say something, cousin. I know I've been talking
Uh,
away here for a while.
no, no, man. I'm listening to you, man. I'm learning while you're talking.
Yeah, well, my when who's the one that asked me the military question? Was it Secretariat Goddess?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was in the army, me and my a TC witnessed something one night. It was in Fort Hood, Texas, but we was doing night fire, and we was gonna get our night fire score. And as we were walking towards what do they call it? The debriefing site where they're gonna debrief us. We seen by the woods two werewolves. That's all I know them as. Two werewolves standing on twos by the edge of the wood line, looking at us. They were looking at us, and we were looking at them. And when me and my TC tank commander looked at each other, we said, Do you see that shit?" That's what we said at the same time. I said, "Yes, I see it." And when we looked back, they were gone. Then we look at each other. I said, "What do you think about that? Do you think it's our imaginations playing tricks on us?" And he said, "Sometimes things that are in the woods or left things that are in the woods sometimes are just left to be alone. It's not for us to know what they are. It's just for us to do our job." And so we try to tell something to or chain of command, they're going to think we're crazy. So you're right. We just leave it as maybe that it was 3 in the morning. It's like 3 something in the morning. We're like one of the last tanks to fire. One of the last tanks to fire a night fire, and
Welcome in it.
we just left it at that. I got him on my friends list. Maybe one day he'll come out here and do a live. I don't know. A lot of the persons that witness things with me, they're on my friends list from the military. It's just they're busy moving on their lives. They try not to talk about too many things. But yes, how you doing, Sister Annette?
That's crazy, Morgan. I get the flu shot every year.
Yeah, a lot of the soldiers, they use us as guinea pigs with certain shots. Where when there's a test trial, they give it to the soldiers, the United States Army. That's why I don't take shots like the swine flu. I don't take the shots of the COVID. And they tell me that every time I go to the VA, how come you don't want to take it? I said, because I don't want to. It's my body. I said, I can take what I want to, and I can If I don't want to take something, I don't need to take it. You can force me
Yeah,
to do
Tony
something I
Bear.
don't want to do. Well, I believe the ultimate soldier that's been here for a very long time was created a long time ago. When people
DDN.
talking about when people people talking about soldiers that the 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 countries are trying to create, the super soldier was created a very long time ago, and it was called. Well, at one time it was called the Nephilim. It was created by the Watchers because they slept with women. They created the Nephilim. The women became harpies and sirens. But when the flood got created to destroy the Nephilim, which it did, well, they still exist amongst us in spirit form. When you see those dark spirits, shadow spirits, that's them. And when you see a manifestation of something, well, that's them because they have demonic capabilities. So they are amongst us in spirit form. If there was a super soldier, it would be that something that can mimic voices, something that can talk any language, something that has the ability to possess a person, not just possess a person, but possess and destroy that host, that vessel. That would be the DDN. That's amongst us.
I took that pain pill. It did nothing. I took that Tylenol. It did nothing for me, man.
What's the matter, cousin? You got a headache?
Nah, man. My my legs and lower back are hurting.
Oh wow.
You know,
Hope it wasn't the.
I have a snap tendon, man, on my from my groin to my back down my leg. It took me like a year of therapy to be able to learn to walk again, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, when that thing snapped, I couldn't even move my leg. I had to hop to the foreman's office to let him know that I just had an accident, and I don't even know how it happened, man. I was bending down, airing up something, and when I stood up, I felt like a rubber band snapped right here in my hip, and then I couldn't move my leg.
It's when
It
you're
hasn't
working
hurt me in a
in
while,
the gins.
huh?
When you work in the cotton gin.
No, man, this was way before that, man. I was still working at that job where I worked for 15 years.
Mm-hmm. Liz Zagala says, take another pain pill.
If I take another pill, I'm gonna pass out. I don't
What
do
would
good
you
with Tylenol,
do a
man.
little prayer, cousin? Where is it? Where you hurting?
My lower back, man. But it comes and goes, man. I used to be hooked on hydrocodones, and there was a traveling pastor, primo, that went through Raymondville. I was at church with La Tia Sylvia, and he asked if there was anybody that had pain that needed relief, and I went up and he laid hands on me, man, and it hasn't really hurt like it used to in almost 15 years, man. It'll hurt every now and then, but not like it used to, man. I don't need to take the hydrocodones anymore, man. He healed me. Yeah, Liz, but if I take another pill, it's gonna put me to sleep. We've only been on here for an hour and 44 minutes.
What time we got?
It is 2:09, cousin.
209.
We, yeah, we've been on for an hour and 44 minutes.
Yeah, I get started a little bit late.
Yes, sir.
So, anybody got any questions here? We can continue to speak about things. I'll let cousin Jesse say a couple of things. All I know, man, that the only thing I can say, brothers and sisters, that this spiritual warfare is very real. Uh, I've been trying my best to awaken people spiritually so they can see what I'm talking about. You know, we all can look into the past, but the answers uh, are in the present, and that's through Jesus Christ. Because the past is a past for a reason.
Yes, it is okay, no worries. But I don't want to leave my cousin. We just got on here, but we only been here an hour.
I mean, if you gotta get some rest, cousin, you know, I understand. I can't continue the show and do another hour. You gotta rest, you know. If you're
Yeah,
feeling pain, or rather, you rest up, and you know we can go strong tomorrow again.
tendons are brutal. They lied to me, Navia. They told me that they couldn't operate on them, and now all of a sudden they can. I'm just thinking that the doctor I got just didn't want to mess with it. But yeah, a year and a half to learn how to walk.
Wow. Which tendon
It,
was this,
it,
cousin?
the tendon from my hip that goes to my groin and my lower back and my leg.
Oh
Hey man,
wow.
you you want to hear something messed up about that, man? You know how we've talked about how cuando te leen las cartas,
Hmm.
well, that palero dude that I used to hang out with me leo las cartas, and two out of the three things that he predicted have come to pass. He said I was gonna find a good job, which I did. I lasted 15 years there. He said I was gonna lose the use of my legs. That happened. Okay. There's one more thing that hasn't come to pass. He said I was gonna die, but it was gonna be by the betrayal of a woman. That has not come to pass yet. I stopped giving it power, so it has not come to pass yet. But I did find a good job. I did lose the use of my legs because it, like I said, it took me a year and a half to walk again. So the third prediction hasn't come true yet, man. Thoughts and comments on that, cousin?
Uh, I mean, you say you're not dating or anything. Uh,
Thank you, Shelly.
yeah, I wouldn't give power to that kind of thing. Just you know, just leave it up to the Heavenly Father. Pray to the Heavenly Father. You know, tie, bind, and rebuke. Uh, whatever was told to you. You know, for it not to come past. Sometimes when somebody tells you like those kind of things, it's like a form of witchcraft. Whether it's kind of like when I go to the doctor's, cousin. The doctor, I went to the appointment. She telling me that I'm going to have a heart attack and that I'm going to have a stroke and I'm going to have this and I'm going to have that. And I'm just listening to her, ignoring what he's saying because I'm not accepting the negativity. You know, I was like, how does she tell me all this stuff when I'm active? You know, when I work out and do all these things. And I said, okay, I know what she's doing. She's telling me this bad thing so she can feed me medicines just so I can take them. You know,
Trying to
so
kill
you
the
know,
body.
I just pray against it. You know, when somebody tells me something negative, I pray against it because that's somebody wishing bad upon you or echándote una maldad. You know, doesn't matter if they're a doctor or not. You know, somebody wishing bad towards you or telling you something that's going to happen. If you're believing in it, right, then guess what's going to happen? If you're believing in what they're telling you,
It's gonna come to fruition.
the unseen forces that are around is going to make the hand because you're believing of what the individual is saying. So how do you stop it? A tie bond rebuking the negative thoughts you try to say towards you and moving forward without that thought. You know, that's how you stop it.
I
Like give it
I
power.
am single, Morgan. Divorced now for about a decade, but I'm single. And you?
Oh, thank God, as that was years ago when I hurt my foot. It sucked. LOL.
Yeah, like sometimes, cousin, it's the same leg that they cut the toe off of, man.
The same leg.
Yeah, the tendon on my right leg snapped, and then they cut off my big toe on that same leg. Now they can call me Lefty because
Lefty. Shelly Hope says try organic castor oil and massage that area. Also, cold pressed cumin oil. 1 teaspoon daily helps with joint and muscles mobility. Is it your right leg?
Yes, it's my right leg, Nivea.
Morgan said, yes, my ex's mom saw a psychic once and she said you would only have 2 kids. She was pregnant with 3 triplets. 2 died in a car accident in 8 months and later had a daughter. She thinks predictions cursed. Yeah. You know how many times people try to wish bad upon me by telling me, back in when I was 33 years old, doctor told me that I was going to die. I was have a heart attack and all this stuff. And I proved them wrong because I didn't accept the negativity. Every time somebody would try to say something negative toward me, I prove them wrong, because I don't accept it. We all have the will to survive. It's within us to heal ourselves spiritually also through the power of Jesus Christ. It's within us. It's what we project, right? Spiritually for us. So if you can project that you're going to get healed, wherever you feel in pain is going to go away. It can happen because you're doing it through Jesus Christ.
That's why I'm not trying to date, Morgan.
Yeah, but you can be living your life like that. You got to live life, because I thought I was never going to find anybody. I raised my
Well,
son, and I just got married in, when was it? We went for 3 years being married.
well, cousin, I figured that if God wants me to have a woman, He would put her in my place. He would put her somewhere where
In
we
your
can meet.
path.
Yes.
Morgan said, Jesse, be careful on the next woman you date. LOL.
Mm-hmm. It might be Morgan. Just play.
No. You know what? Now that you mention it, Morgan sounds too close to morgue.
Right? I'll be pushing up daisies.
Morgue. Get it? Morgue.
Yeah, the
And
morgue. That's crazy,
you get
man.
somebody
Yeah, like
here that says Neva's angel backwards for heaven. Is like, I don't know. You just might as well stick to what's her name? Rosie and her Rosie, come on, the Palm, Rosie Palm.
yeah, Rosie and her 5 sisters. Yeah, no, man. What I do nowadays, man, I do more meditation than anything, cousin.
Oh, yeah.
You have to get to the next level. You got to find the next level, the next path, man.
I bet
One
you
must reflect inward.
I bet you Morgan's nickname is Morgue.
I bet you it is too.
It's my family name after the story of King Arthur and the Round Table. Arthur's sister was Morgan. Yeah, I remember Morgana from yeah.
Yep, I
And my
remember that story too.
there you go. He's gonna have to take a wizard or a bruja. She was a bruja, no?
She was a sorceress.
A sorceress.
Yes.
My name is Sorcias. I'm actually a knight. For reals. They hit me with the swords on my shoulders when I was on my knee.
You were knighted?
I was knighted.
They
I'm a
call it
knight.
Schmorgen. The color Schmorgen. The color Schmorgen. Uh,
I was knighted, Cerseus, because armor. I mean, the tank is armor. Knights wore armor, so yeah, I got knighted with a sword from the battalion in Germany.
well, Morgan, they named me after Jesus Christ. Even my initials are JC. But that's what happens when the Spaniards come and destroy your religion and your beliefs. And if you don't convert to Catholicism, then you die. Mexicans are the only ones that name their children, male children, Jesus.
Jesus, the Templars. I'm Cerseus from Germany, from Erlangen, Germany. I got my certificate of the knights. In every battalion I was in the army, I was a knight. So it's about honor. That was when in Germany we were called Iron Knights, and I was Black Knights when I was in Fort Hood. Liz de Gaulle said her name is Elizabeth, supposed for faithful, but I wasn't faithful in my younger years. I'm old now, and two is single. Oh, she's single, sister
Ooh.
Liz. I think she's from California, I think, or no. Who's the one that was from New Mexico, from Phoenix? That was.
I have,
Was Angel.
I don't know. Where are you located at, Liz?
I thought she was from California.
I don't know if it's Morgan or her that are
Yeah,
from
well,
Dallas. Yeah, she's from Califas.
Califas. My brother lives in San Diego. He was in the Navy. Uh, he got out of the Navy. He got married to his wife. She's Cherokee. I mean, yes, Cherokee. And they stayed up there. He stayed up there. They've been over there for a lot of years now. He's a teacher. She's a teacher. They used to live by Chula Vista.
You're from Cali too, Prima Ivy?
From Califas. I have friends that were in the army from Cali, and
Yes,
Sister Morgan from Dallas,
yeah, I thought Morgan was the one that was in Dallas.
San Jose, California.
Rich Runner says his name is Ben and he was always faithful. Too bad his ex wasn't. Rich
Sister
Runner's
Annette,
always talking about his ex, man. And it's in Califas también. Wow. Where are you
everybody.
at, Nevia's Angel?
I used to go to California every year. At one time, we were going twice a year, but we go to Fort Owen, California, to train in Fort Owen in the mountains.
Wow.
Uh, there was one time I got to go to what's the name of that town that's nearby Fort Owen, California? See, I can remember it. It's been a lot of years. It was like a 60-mile drive to get to that town, and Barstow. That's what it was, the name of it. We ate at a Mexican restaurant there. The food was very spicy, caliente, because
I went to Victorville once, Liz. Drove out there from Texas.
Hunter said, "Don't use the sword. Hit him with a big wood."
Wow.
So since you hit him with the big wood, are you considered Sir Pinocchio? The wood
Because
becomes
it sounds like he's
bigger
telling
and
big
bigger.
lies.
Just playing runner. Like, fuck, you
Uh,
got me. Let me take my little blue pill. I'll show him.
well, you drink that soda, that Mountain Dewer.
Yaqui natives live. There are a lot of mixed gente there. They've been there forever. Orale.
Morgan, LOL, okay, farting with his big sword for Bigfoot.
I named my children Spurt 1, Spurt 2, and Spurt 3. Oh, and Vash is from California. Okay, we got a lot of people from Califas here.
Mm-hmm. They're out here looking for like Coca-Cola. They're looking for the real thing, cousin. That's why they came here. This is where we have the real thing.
The real Coca in the Coca-Cola. Uh, yeah, I remember I was when I went to go visit my brother. I drove over there. It was like 20 something. I don't know. Took me a long time to get there, like 20 something
It
hours,
took
24
it took me
hours.
24 hours to drive from Fort Worth to Victorville.
Yeah, and I got there, I was supposed to be there for the week, so I don't know. I was going through my own things, but I stayed there at my brother's, and then I said, you know what, I gotta go, bro. Gotta go
Have a
back
good
to.
night, Sagittarius.
And when I was driving through one of the outside the California, going back towards down south, there was an earthquake that happened. I didn't even know there was an earthquake because I was in the sand, so I couldn't tell that there was an earthquake. It just came out on the news that there was an earthquake. Bay Area, California. I wish I could have been able to cross the border to go to Tijuana, to those locations. You
I
know,
don't know, man. I don't think I do good in Tijuana. I barely survived Las Flores.
who's leaving?
The Sagittarius goddess gotta
Okay,
go.
you have a good night, Sagittarius goddess. Buenas noches. Oh, if Lord willing, I ever travel to Texas for sure. I will check up on you, Jesse.
Wow.
Eh,
You got me waiting on pins and needles, Liz.
Uh-oh. Say,
No, I don't need to see no donkey show. I seen Clerks. I know what happens.
what? Who said about us? What? Morgan? Y'all go see the donkey shows. Just kidding. I don't know about.
Yeah, you don't want to see a donkey show,
The
man.
only donkey I know is of Shrek.
No, it's a bestiality, cousin.
Oh, shoot. Uh,
That's not your
I know
scene. I know
I
that's
had
not my scene.
some soldiers that went to Juarez, and I heard about what they want to go see when I was in the army. I got on them, man, but it was too late.
It's bad. She was trying to forget that scene. In the movie Clerks, man, they have a dude
Oh,
satisfying a donkey, man.
oh my God. There you go. Liz, if you make it this way, we can go to dinner in Dallas and Fort Worth.
Dallas ain't that far from here, cousin. Maybe
Was it
Dallas ain't that far from here, man. It's maybe the same distance as Brownsville is to Raymondville.
Raymondville? Oh
30 to
wow,
45 minutes.
from where you live.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Nevaeh's Angel, but it was in the movie Clerks.
Clerks.
Clerks, or was it Clerks 2? It might have been Clerks 2.
I've heard of some crazy stuff in Mexico, man, along the borders. Even in Germany, there was some crazy stuff in Germany that I would hear about. But I wouldn't go check out nothing. And in Korea, also, I would hear some crazy stuff. You know, something about a midget.
Este vato está bien loco, güey.
Hey, I
Red
can't see the Daiichi anymore. I retired. What the hell?
I can't perform 6 times a day anymore, and the women are not good looking.
Oh man.
I really dig you, Ridge Runner, man. You one of the people that really actually make me laugh, man. You got a good sense of humor, man.
Runner is like the guy from the Joker. You know, what was the
Yeah.
guy? What was the name of that movie? But there's a guy that's always joking around.
Hmm.
They call him the Joker.
Yeah.
Full Metal Jacket.
Oh yeah, that dude from Porky. He was in Porky's before he was in Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, they was always making the funny jokes.
Mm-hmm. That's why he retired, cousin, because he was the blue pill popper donkey stomper.
Runner
I'm
is that?
just playing. I'm just playing, Red Runner. I'm playing, man.
I know. I know there's a lot of brujos and brujas in California because I had an encounter with one. I can share a story with y'all if y'all want to listen. But I hear certain areas over there that there's certain activity where a certain uh, being lives. I don't know if it's true for those that are Californians. I know the town that this little town that the the walls are kind of blue, but apparently somewhere in that area that they say that there's Nosferatus that live in there. Is that true?
And
Like
Rosita?
Nosferatu, vampiros,
Yeah, but they live in Rosita.
somewhere in over there in California, in Mexico. The hills I heard have a lot of sadness in California. Yes, but that's well. The reason I'm saying this is because I seen this. You know, a certain location. It's a blue. It's this town. There's a lot of witchcraft, necromancy, and vampiros and vampiras, like vampires. I don't know if it's true. It's somewhere in the border. I believe it's in Mexico. A cruzar la frontera. But I
Wouldn't it
had
be
some.
Tijuana?
I always normally see visions. In this dream I went there spiritually, and there was a lot of things happening there. There's caves opens up in the hills and mountains. Yes. Morgan says probably true. Well, I had somebody that I had seen a vision of this man with a hat, kind of like one of those hats like the guy from Crocodile Dundee, but it was like color green, a sombrero of some sort, and he had white hair. And I seen him in a dream that normally the Heavenly Father shows me of who to look out for. So he showed me this man, right? So for about a week, I was like this image of this man that I had seen in my dream stayed with me, and I went to a bar. I had ordered me a beer. I just they opened it up in front of me. I hadn't even taken a sip out of the beer, and I was right in between on the bar. The gap that goes where the waiter comes in and out to give beers. I was sitting by the edge of there. As I'm gonna take a sip out of my beer, my senses get triggered, and when I look to my left, the guys are looking at me.
Wow.
The same guy that I seen in my dream is looking at me, and you got the gap beside me where the waiter comes out and he's sitting right there like an arm length away. He's looking at me, I'm looking at him, and I recognize him, and I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me, and I didn't have my hat on. Yeah, I didn't wear a cap at the time or a cowboy hat. I just look at him, and I went like this. I said no, and he's looking at me and I said, like, don't do it, you know. So he looks at me and he goes, okay, He gets up, he takes 2 steps, turns around, looks at me, and just walks to the edge of the bar, and the owner is over there of the bar, and he looks at me, and he touches her on the shoulder. So as he touches her on the shoulder, he goes like this to me, and he walks out. That day, that lady died of a brain aneurysm. I believe she had hired him to come and do something to me, at Maldá, to me. But instead of, when I told him no, I basically was warning him that whatever he's trying to do to me is going to go back to him, right? So he went and put the Maldá on the person that put him to do the Maldá on me. And that woman died of a brain aneurysm that weekend.
Wow,
And I've seen him again like 2 other times. And every time I see him, I look at him. You know what he does when he sees me? Because I feel that somebody's putting him to do something. I run into 2 times after that. He looks at me, he turns around and goes straight out the door. He doesn't even stay in the bar. That's how keen my senses are. That I'm able to, what should I say? I know when he's around spiritually. He looked at me and I caught him red-handed. I was dancing on the dance floor, and I was spinning my wife, and I'm looking at the guy. He just looks at me. It's like, fuck. He turns around, walks out the exit door. It's like I was able to identify him. Telling you the spiritual battle is very real. You have to be spiritually alert, like it says here. The unseen amongst us, stay spiritually ready always. That runner.
Even if I don't want to laugh, this man makes me laugh, man.
See, Liz DeGaldo says, funny, I'm the only one that sees them. I don't know what she's talking about. Okay, we got a Street Jesus here. There's a lot of goth and emo people. Ipsia, San Francisco is satanic church. Got to start. Lauder is the best message unless you're naked and others laughing. Not cool. Dutch cult actions of seen ring the fire in the hills of the stay. Wow.
Be right back.
Comment. An evil place. An evil place in California. Is it maybe because there is a lot of limestone since you're close to the ocean? The limestone. There's limestone that can cause a lot of paranormal activity. Oh, in the high desert. I think I've seen a movie dealing with California. Something dealing with a skinwalker shapeshifter in California. Something about some caves. California is the overall evil state. Well, wasn't that where Charles Manson did what he did? Wasn't it California? With Charles Manson. Well, I noticed things out there in the desert when I would train in the desert. Uh, I will see uh, have a couple of incidents that happen when I would go training out there. It makes me wonder about California, especially in the desert. Uh, there was one incident where everybody was asleep, and I heard like water landing on my sleeping bag. So I opened it up just to get if it was raining that I was going to get inside the tank, right? But when I got out of the sleeping bag, it's not raining, but I see all this just coyotes all around my tank, and I see one that's like black, like midnight black, and he has like red eyes, and all the coyotes are like around us, like they're gonna attack. And what I do is I urinate around my tank to mark the territory. That's what I did, and then I went into prayer. When that happened, the black one just walked away, and when it walked away, all the other ones just took off. But there was like I think one of the weirdest things that has ever happened to me going to Fort Irwin, California, a national training center, right, to train was when my tank was surrounded by nothing but coyotes, and one of them was like the alpha in charge of all of them. Like it looked like they were going to attack us, but they didn't. That's one of the events that happened. That was a crazy event. Of course, since there's a lot of sky, uh, something that was doing a figure eight in the sky looked like a unidentified flying object. It was low to the ground doing a figure eight, a lot of blinking lights, and the whole crew was seeing it. We're checking it out, flying. It was flying right in front of us. And it's dark out there. It's doing a figure eight, and then it just goes back into the atmosphere, straight up into the atmosphere. But that could have possibly been something demonic because that's what they do. They try to make you think it's something, so you believe it's a UFO, then they can attack spiritually. I would also see a lot of shadow figures out there in the desert. Sometimes I'm normal, but I felt different all my life. This channel gives me a feeling of belonging. Thank you, Sister Liz. It's not the nobody's strange. It's just you experience the things that you experience in life, and you just have to have understanding to understand that it's not you. That things are being shown to you for a reason. To gain the wisdom and knowledge to awaken spiritually. Uh, and for those that have never seen nothing, then either they're somewhere they're living with a real good love foundation, or if they're not believing in Jesus Christ, then something else got full control of them. If they're not witnessing anything, he's not going to mess with them if he already has them. I always feel that sometimes when we're going through things, it's because they see us as a spiritual threat, especially when we create a group like this to awaken my brothers and sisters spiritually, so they can fight spiritually for themselves and for their next of kin. Is about preparation, spiritual preparation. See, it's just the morning since my dad was a party. At a California, next to found a girl killed by a Zodiac killer. The Bill was there at the party. Nobody knew who he was. I love Florida and Texas. Less evil. Oh, I don't know. Street Jesus.
Yeah. Stay out of South Texas, Street Jesus.
Yeah, don't go to the Valle, man. It's bad over there, bro. And imagine those people that kill people that been caught or whatever, or they haven't been caught. So the ones that are running free all these years. I had my wife's cousin got kidnapped when she was 12 years old, and it's been so many years that passed by, and they never found her. You know, we keep a little flag with a picture of her in honor of her. You know,
I see you, Liz. Oh.
what the hell?
I'm jazzed up on Coca-Cola, cousin. Coca-Cola Tylenol.
I heard Florida has a lot of voodoo hoodoo. There was a famous snake hunter who found a ritual site with blood and kids' clothing recently. Oh wow! Where is this at, Sister Morgan? Is there a video of this location?
Liz. Mírala, primo. Mírala. Mírala, primo. I feel like an endangered species now.
What happened to Runner? He fell asleep.
He's doing the donkey show. Oh wow, really, Morgan? Hey, runner, donkey.
I think he fell asleep, man. He drank too many of those blue pills. He's knocked out. He just disappeared, man. Did a UFO take him?
Really, Neves Angel? Mírala, primo, mírala, Neves, mírala.
Moving back to Texas soon. Going settle in Florida. More normal folks. Californians are strange, in my opinion. Well, the time I spent in San Diego, I did see a little kid, like he was high on something, man. I was ordering it was a pizza. Little kid in there went in there. He was drunk off his ass. He had to be at least 12 years old or 13. He got on his little bike and took off, you know. But then later on that night, this little kid passed right in front of me and he was acting strange. And I don't think it was really a little kid. I think it was something that manifested to look like a kid. Because the way he was riding the bike was weird. It was strange. Not unless whatever he was on was making him ride the bike strange, but it looked like, I don't know, he just something weird, strange about the whole situation. Pues mírame. Yes.
Mírala, mira, primo, mírala, mírala.
I only see a gato, little cat. Un gatito. You say maybe what you see.
Ask her, Liz. I want to know too. Inquiring minds want to know. Desembucha, Nevea. Hey man, it might have been one of those little people, man. It could have been a leprechaun on that little bike, man.
No, it was a kid, but it's
Oh,
like when he was riding the bike, man, it's like his body changed. It looked like he looked different when he was riding the bike. He passed through where my brother was down the block, and he was just like a whole like his body changed. Like he went from a kid to looking like an older person. I don't know. I
hmm.
can explain it. I was like, what the, freaking out. This is like in, I just got out of the army. It was like no, I was still in the military when I went on vacation, like in '99 when this happened.
Wow.
He was riding one of those bikes and he just looked different. He didn't look like the little kid I seen at the little Philippine, look, where they were selling pizzas or whatever. I don't can't remember what I was buying. No, we were at when a Philippine bar. My brother was singing karaoke. I went next door to buy some food, and that's where I seen that kid that was drunk. It was acting strange. But then later on, we make it home. We're there, and I'm outside in his yard, getting some fresh air, and then I see him pass down the street, and he was the way he looked at me, and he didn't look like the little kid. He looked different. Like his facion changed, his face changed. So, okay, let's see this comments. Thanks, friend. Question mark.
Ya llegó el Blue Pill Popper, Dunkin' Stomper.
Yes, he was saying, mírala. I said, for you two to start talking. Oh, I'm here.
She's trying to get me and Liz to talk.
He's trying to do was it the name of the show?
Matchmaking.
What was it called? The Love Connection?
Yeah. What you listening to, Ridge Runner? The donkey going, stop it, stop it, stop it.
Never Angel says she's a matchmaker. So should we change the name to something else here in Spiritual Encrypted Encounters? Spiritual Encrypted Encounters.
Love
Hookup?
connections.
Love Connection? Well, this is what I was
Well,
talking about. I was maintaining Love Foundation.
I agree, Street Jesus. We got the San Francisco 49ers. They're the gayest football team ever.
What's the name of the bridge? The Golden State?
The Golden Gate Bridge.
Well, that's where they got the other team. What was it? The Golden State Warriors?
They have the San Diego Chargers also. But
I thought
they
they
really should change their name to the San Francisco 69ers instead of 49ers.
Watch out, cuz you talk too much about their teams, they're gonna get mad.
Dude, they talk about the Cowboys everywhere, man. Not that I'm a Cowboy fan, but still.
Everybody talk about them.
I don't follow no Texas teams except the Astros, man. That's it.
You don't know much. Still cracking up when Abe said wide open. Oh shoot. When the guy came in here, wide open adventures. I don't even know why he came in here crying and telling us this and that.
The silence runner.
We're in a crazy, and he's talking about cream pie.
Yeah, that's not the cream pie you're thinking about, cousin. You don't eat that. Or maybe some people do. I don't know.
Hey man, leave my team alone. If you're a Dallas fan, we've been rallied for a long time. Go
I'm not a
90.
Dallas fan, Navia. I'm not a Dallas fan. I don't follow any Texas teams except the Houston Astros.
Well, I mean, to me, it felt like he came in here when he said wide open adventures. It's like what I was trying to say is that he's foreseeing his own future.
Yes, we got that.
Wide open adventures. He made his own prediction. And somebody said that was a what channel that he had? Was it a food channel or something?
A cooking show. They cook corn on the cob.
I don't know. How many days now? 2 days?
One.
1 day?
Yeah. Yeah, Navia, I don't follow football. I don't like it when they score a home run.
So he said, Church says is West Coast, East Coast, gay, straight population, East is straight, West is gay.
Wide open. Wow, that's messed up, man.
Wide open like a field goal.
It's good.
He's good. He's going to be the center, the wide
Of attention.
receiver, the tight end. Well, tight end at first, then he'll be the wide receiver. Then they're going to tell him, block that goal. The home runs are for my San Francisco Giants.
Navia, home runs are for my Las Vegas Raiders. He says if you wanna date lots of women, you go to the East Coast. I'm in the wrong state, brother. Gotcha, Navia.
We're almost going to be at the 3 o'clock mark.
Yeah, we're almost into the demonic hour.
So
Yeah,
what do you
look at
want
Rick Renner what he said, spiritual krypton and love encounters.
I might change it for a day like that, man.
y'all are making Liz blush, man.
Spiritual,
Um, the,
scripted, love, and donkey encounters.
Liz, I'm the same way, Liz. I really don't drink. I don't do no drugs. I don't smoke any cigarettes. Well, we can figure that out about the last part, Liz. No, Navia, 3 o'clock in the morning is the demonic hour.
How's the song go? I wanna sex you up. Back in the
Yeah,
day,
that's how the song goes.
the witching hour.
She says right on. Cousin, you made a love connection on your show.
That was his, I'm dying here. Just what
The-
Dallas compensate playing in San Francisco. The Giants are always singing "Silver Horse Riding Cowboy." What the hell?
Yeah, that would hurt if I was actually a Cowboy fan, which I'm not.
So one night, can you show the episode you were on This Woods Are Haunted, and we can all ask questions and watch live? I
That
don't know
sounds
if I can.
interesting.
Yeah, but I don't know if I can do that because it's copyrighted.
Yeah, yeah. What are you getting out of the match you made, Navia?
Like the song is catchy. Or you're a Raiders fan.
Yes, I've been a Raiders fan since 1974. Street Jesus.
Was the guy who used to play for the Raiders?
Which one?
Uh, man, the
I
old
was a
Raiders from back.
I was a fan of the receiver man Casper. In the 70s, I was a fan of the receiver Casper
But
for the
they had a good running back too
yeah.
back then. What was his name?
I mean, I can't remember, man. I was like,
He
let's
run
see.
he run real fast. What was his name? Walter Payton? No,
No, Walter Payton was a Chicago running back, man.
no. What was it? The guy that they had that was a running back in the day that he came out in the when they came out with the system of the Nintendo Tecmo Bowl. He was part of that in the Tecmo Bowl. I just remember his name.
Yes, Liz, they're in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
I can't remember that running back's name, man. I was 6 years old at the time, man, when I became a fan.
I'm trying to remember it too. I'll find it right now.
I've always been liking their colors, man, black and gray. The Chargers are okay, but they ain't no Raiders. I mean, I love the Raiders colors. They kick ass.
Bo Jackson.
But he was at one time their running back, but it wasn't in the 70s. It was like in the 90s.
Yeah, but I think it was Bo Jackson, the one that was on that game from back in the day.
Yeah, it was Bo Jackson.
That he would run real fast. Bo Jackson would play different sports. He would play football, baseball.
Street
Shit, I think
Jesus.
he ran track.
Street Jesus. There's only one nation. That's Raiders Nation. There's only one pirate emblem. That's the Raiders. Because the Tampa Bay, I call them the Bucking Queers. There's only one pirate, man, and we're not gay pirates. The gay pirates are the Bucking Queers. Excuse my language, but that's what I call that team. Fake pirates.
Oh my God. Love will keep us together. Love in all kinds of weather as long as it's wet. What the?
All right, Captain into new. And
Yeah,
what does it shoot, Morgan? What does it shoot? It shoots confetti. The boat shoots confetti. They don't shoot real cannon. They shoot confetti. Gay ass pirates.
The Buccaneers.
Yep.
It almost sounds like the Niners. Buccaneers, Niners, Niners.
The boat gay. It makes no.
Queers?
I better stop talking about the 49ers. Navia's gonna get mad again. Yes, I know my music very well, Navia, and my cousin knows I'm all about music. Yes, Rich Runner. Exactly. The That's the corner of the cop pirate ship.
So, cousin, he's gonna report us.
Who's gonna report us?
Corner the cop.
Oh, he don't even know we're talking, man. What? He's not wide open yet.
The autumn wind.
3:05, cousin. We are 5 minutes into the demonic hour. Morgan,
Are
I
you
listen
feeling
to
good?
everything, Morgan. I listen
Are
to
you feeling
rock.
better?
I listen to old school rap. I listen to classical music. I listen to Mexican music. I listen to Tejano music. Uh, I don't like modern country. I like old country. Mírala, primo. Mírala. Mira, Liz. Mírala.
She says she loves music.
She says the points are adding up. I love all kinds of music, Liz. All kinds. I don't discriminate. I just don't like the new music that's coming out because it doesn't have soul. I love me some old school country. Mírala, mira, go get him, Liz. You're gonna have to have us as guests, cousin, like the dating game.
Jesse asked us a music trivia question.
Hold on. Slick lips is Let's see, what kind of music question would trivia music question would I give you? Let's see. It doesn't matter what kind of music, Morgan. Because I'm really into like classic rock more than anything else. Here's a question:
Classic.
Who sings the song "The Three Winged Pigs"? The different one. That's the name of the title.
What's the name of it again?
The Three Winged Pigs, the different ones,
A different
or
version of the song?
or Three Winged Pigs, the Three Winged Pigs, different ones. Is the name of the song, and it plays for maybe 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes long.
Oh wow, that's a long song.
Think hard, Liz, but it is a classic rock music question.
Is it a popular band? Can you give us a first letter?
P.
A P?
Yeah.
Pink Floyd?
Yes, sir. Pink Floyd. It's on the album Animals. Came out in 76 or 77. Abe wins, yes. Give the man a taco.
Yeah, I remember used to play Pink Floyd. All of them old songs. The oldies you always used to listen to.
Every Friday night, man, the Friday Night
Uh,
Classics party.
that other guy from Texas, Leonard, was it Leonard Skinner?
Leonard Skinner, they were not from Texas, man.
No,
The one that
no,
was from Texas was Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stereo Rewind. Yeah, that's right. That's the one you were listening to. Stereo.
Morgan, I have ZZ Top's greatest hits in my truck right now. Yes, I touched myself, Rich Runner.
I touched what the hell? Right. Even no song saying I touched myself. ZZ Top was pretty good.
Yep,
For the
yep.
oldies, they're oldies now. The Eagles had
Yes.
some good songs.
Yeah, I played a lot of the Eagles, cousin, when we were walking downtown. I was always playing the Eagles, man.
Slayers from California. Yep.
Pantera only had one good song that I thought, man, that was the Space Cowboys.
What was it?
It was either Space Cowboys or Cowboys from Hell. It was the only Pantera song I liked. Yeah, Navia, but did you know that when they made that album, they took it to Satan, and he made it to where you couldn't resist the songs on that album?
Pantera?
No, the record Hotel California
Oh
from the
yeah.
Eagles. It was presented to Satan, and he did a spell over it to where all the songs that were on that album, people would like them. That's why it was a best-selling album. Yeah, it was. Hey, Ridge Runner, what was your favorite ZZ Top song? Yeah, I had almost all the classical rock, what's now classic rock. I had all the LPs. That's a good song, man. But I asked you for your favorite ZZ Top song.
Sharp Dress Man.
Lagrange, that's a good song. You like Ozzy Osbourne? Yeah, I never thought you would like Ozzy. My favorite Ozzy song was Mr. Crawley, the Aleister Crowley song.
There's one about the demon, no?
It's about the devil worshiper that spent the night in the pyramid.
Crazy Train.
Crazy Train's a good one. Silent the City was good. My favorite is ZZ Top song is the song called Pearl Necklace.
There you go. There you go. Pearl Necklace. That's what it was called.
Yeah, that's the name of the song, called Pearl Necklace, man. And the song says, and it's not jewelry we're talking about, and it really don't cost that much.
Oh my god. Well, cousin Jess, I think you scared old girl away with that one. We done lost her.
I'm sorry, Liz. Well, the other one's a Tube Snake Boogie.
I guess you don't like Pearl Necklace. Oh, there she is. No, no, no. She said no, no, no. Well, she's here.
She's here. I thought you said we lost her.
Well, yeah, I didn't see her on the.
My mighty heart was breaking.
That was a great duet. Morbid Angel's Problem has a haunting feeling too. You heard Morbid Angel.
How slightly, Liz?
She says she's slightly older. I like Foreigner, Cold as Ice.
Yeah, you gotta have the Scorps. Yeah.
Scorpions were good too. I haven't seen anybody say Kiss.
Hot Blooded was a good song, Bash. I like that one.
Guns N' Roses. How about AC/DC? We like AC.
Anything from AC/DC is good for me, man. Anything from AC/DC, that's what me and my friend
About
Slick would listen to the most.
Metallica.
Yeah. I like Ride the Lightning from Metallica. Yeah, that's a good song too. I heard that too, Street Jesus. Where did Liz go again? She disappeared when I asked her how much younger she was.
She's younger than you?
No, she said she's a slight older.
I think she said her age last time. 60.
Yeah. Iron Maiden was a good band. Yeah, I liked their song 666. Okay, are you more into 50 and 60s classics, Liz? Something like
Oldies
from Bill
but
Shannon,
good.
like Runaway, or uh, Sherry by the Four Seasons, and stuff like that? Because I'm into that.
There's an old school, no, cuz.
Yeah. You're only 4 years older than me, Liz. I mean, come on.
64. How were you born, cousin?
I'm from 68, cousin.
68.
Yeah, I like fun too. You like that music, that song from that says "Cutie Pie, you're the reason why." Like some Deep Purple, smoke on the water. Deep Purple, do you remember my name?
64 Impala.
Navia said in '64 she had an Impala.
Funk music and classic rock.
I like that. That's right up my alley. So the
You
points are
young
adding up,
Virgo.
Liz.
Yes, Jesse Cutie.
Yeah, I like that song, uh, Morgan. The smell that's around you. Atomic Dog, Navia. I love that song, Atomic Dog. More bounce to the ounce. I can make you dance. All from what was in Zap. I go way back, cousin. Love all that old music, man. Anything from Smokey and the Miracles.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good song too. Don't forget Computer Love. Okay, Liz.
She said about those points.
Yeah, the Gap Band is cool too.
The
I
Gap
gave
Band.
her my money. I gave her my time. Why you wanna hurt me? Welcome to Spiritual Encrypted Encounters and Love Connection. I'm your host. Say your
Kansas.
name, man. I am your host. Brother Love.
Brother Love. Yeah.
Abracias. SOS band was good too, Nabil. Treat me right.
How about the Bee Gees?
There, that's a good band too. I never liked corn, but corn on the cob does.
Dang. I remember those all those back then that they didn't have, they would do them on records, the records, and then they had those cassettes, the big old what do you call them?
Those were 8 tracks, cousin.
8-track cassettes back in the day.
Anything from Cool in the Gang.
All the smart
Cool in the Gang
TVs,
were the shit.
all the smart TVs. You can put it to the classics. It'll for every year it'll play the songs on the smart TVs. But I really don't listen to music.
I,
I know
I, I,
music. But
I only listen to like old school stuff, man, because like I said, I don't like today's music. And I'm burned out with Tejano because if you want to listen to Tejano, you're basically listening to all the music that my dad used to listen to when it first came out, man. All the norteño stuff is what they turned into Tejano music. Love Pink Floyd, Nivea. Love Pink Floyd.
yeah,
Yeah,
Pink.
yeah, Blondie. Blondie. Pat Benatar. Uh,
How about the other one? Samantha, was it Fox? I know.
Linda Ronstadt.
Uh,
Yeah, you're pushing it with Vicente Fernandez. I only listen to that when I'm drunk. But hey, you want to go that route? How about some Los Relámpagos del Norte, some Cornelio Reina, some Ramon Ayala, you know?
what's the name of the song? She had a number one hit song, Samantha Fox. But after a while, she moved to another foreign country, Brazil, somewhere over there, and that's what she's been singing all these years. She
I
moved
don't,
overseas.
I don't remember
Samantha
the name
Fox.
of the song that she used to sing, Primo.
Uh, yeah, I'll tell you what the name of it is. I'll look her up right now.
You like Los Relámpagos, Liz? You like Cornelio Reina? You like Ramon Ayala? Um,
She was singing the
Sammy
song.
Tex?
She was singing the song "Touch Me." I want your body.
Pillow Talk is the name, it says in the Navia. You looking at the lyrics, cousin?
She says, "Yeah, Samantha Fox, touch me. I want your body." I
Those
think that was
points are adding up, Liz.
I don't even know if it made it to the number one hit, but she was popular overseas, and she stayed over there. She always
You
had them
guys,
posters at the carnivals. Remember when you go to the carnivals, they have a poster of Samantha Fox, like in a
yeah, I
bikini and
remember.
stuff.
You listen to Wham, Ridge Runner? Wow.
Yes, I remember that song, "Touch Me." I let you go. Watch out. Runner's gonna say, touch me. You like runner like Wham? You probably
Yeah.
like Boy George.
Hey man, don't even
Ultra
go there, man.
George.
I played the crying game over that fool, man. I thought that was a chick when they first came out, man.
What?
I thought that was a chick when they first came out. The first time I saw him on MTV, I thought that was a chick, man. And then I was really really upset and crying when he said, "I'm a man."
Yeah, she still sings, Runner. She's old, but she still sings overseas.
Yeah, Boy George.
Boy George. He likes Boy George and he likes the other guy. What's the name?
Midnight Oil had a few good songs, Rich Runner.
Midnight Oil.
I like the Jay Gauss band. I like the Steve Miller band. I like the Greg Kent band. I just liked all the bands, man. The Clash. I like the Clash. The Eurythmics had a few good songs. I remember when they first burst on the scene. I like Def Leppard, the Scorpions, the Kinks, Lou Rawls, the Tubes.
Stevie Wonder.
Oh, you can't have music without Stevie Wonder, brother. You can't
Stevie
have music
Wonder.
without some Ray Charles.
Ray Charles. Lionel Richie.
Fleetwood Mac. You can't have music without Fleetwood Mac, man.
The Cure.
Some Van Halen. Ooh, I'm making points with Liz. Look at that cousin. She said, yes, 100. We're walking up on 30 minutes into the demonic hour, cousin. We've been on for 3 hours and 2 minutes. You see the hearts and stuff she's putting on there, cousin? It's
What's
reminding me of
good?
that song from the Tubes. Don't fall in love. She's a beauty. What are you eating? You still eating them cookies, man?
Graham. Graham cookies.
Quit eating white people, man. Get off of them crackers.
They're Grahams. Oh, I like the oldies from back in the day, like Elvis and
No, Red Runner. Runaway by Del Shannon.
by what?
Freddie Jacks, goodbye,
Runaway.
my friend. It's hard to die. Now that the birds are singing in the sky. Yeah, that's the one from the Tubes, Ridge Runner. One in a million girls. I like Running Around Sue too, Morgan. I don't think my cousin remembers that song.
Which one?
Running Around Sue.
Mm-hmm.
How about that other one, Morgan? Walk
Walk,
like a man.
walk like a
Walk
man. That's
like
what I
a
was gonna
man.
say. Walk like a man.
Big
Stand by
girls
me.
don't cry. Big
Stand
girls
by me.
don't
Is
cry.
that it? Stand by me.
No, that's a song by Benny Keith. Yeah, stand by me.
Give it to me,
That's a
Barry.
good song, Vash. That's a good song. Last Kiss is a good song, Morgan. That's a good song too, Morgan. Tina Marie, Neville, you mean you just want to be the lover girl? Yes, you can't have that without some good old James Brown. Marvin Gaye in it. Yes, yes. Yes, you bringing them in, Morgan. Yeah, yeah.
Postman.
How about this song, Liz? I just want to be your teddy bear. She said yes, yes, yes. Good people. In the words of Elvis, don't try to treat me cold with ice. Treat me right.
How you doing, brother Roy?
What's up, Roy? How you doing? Anything from Smokey is automatically accepted, Ridge Runner.
Under the boardwalk.
I got you on that one? Yeah, I know, Liz. I know. Elvis
Elvis.
Presley is one of my favorite entertainers, Liz. I can listen to his songs all day and all night. Uh-huh. Lemonade, a cool, refreshing drink.
Elvis Presley was a tanker.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Suspicious minds.
He had the patch.
Yes, sir.
He
He
lived in
served.
yeah, he lived there in he lived in Killeen when he was served. Tears of a Clown.
Good song, Ridge Runner. Sounds about right. Navia Angel. All of a sudden, spiritual and cryptid encounter turned into the Friday Night Classics party, Brimo.
How about the Beatles?
Beatles were good. They had a lot of good songs, man.
Rolling Stones?
The Rolling Stones.
The Beach Boys?
Yeah, they were all right.
They had a lot of songs for the beach. The Who?
Yeah, the Who. The Guess Who also, man.
How about the Doors?
Ooh, I love the Doors, man. Y'all got Liz on fire, people.
about old Jimi Hendrix?
Yes, Bounty Bear. I will do anything for love, but I won't do that.
How about Queen?
I don't know, man. Queen's got like maybe two or three songs I like. That's about it, man. Yes, Exuberance. Welcome to the Classic Hour with your hosts, Abe and Jesse and Liz. Yeah,
Looking at the names here, man, I just put there's
Making
the
Love by the
Ramones,
Dashboard Light. Remember that song?
Black Sabbath. I seen the Deep Purple you were talking about. Aerosmith.
You know, they finally quit touring, man. The singer lost his voice, man. They operated his throat.
Oh man,
You know that my brother Joe had a chick that looked like him, man, like Steven Tyler.
you know,
Yeah, in Anthem, Texas.
Dream on, Dream on. Was it the singer name?
Steven Tyler.
Steve Tyler. The operator. He can't sing no more.
No, they quit touring because he can't sing no more.
Oh, damn, that sucks. But the Rolling Stones are still traveling on.
Yeah, but the drummer died, man. I'm not kidding, Navia the Angel. That girl looked just like Steven Tyler from the even the lips. I was like, dude, what the hell? Dude looks like a lady.
What the hell?
She looked like Steven Tyler, man. I'm not lying. Yeah, I know. He's old. He's in his like 70s, somewhere around there. He ain't stopping Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger's almost 100 years old.
What the hell? For reals?
Yeah.
I seen a video of Stevie Avalon that he's still alive, and they had him up there on the stage. He's like real old, and he's like he was. They were making it seem like he was singing his music because he wasn't even singing. It was just
Lip singing and hoping his diaper wouldn't fall off.
Stevie Avalon. He's old, man.
Frankie Avalon, yeah.
He's just standing up there like I thought he was Joe Biden for a moment. You know.
Nivea, if you're gonna go there, I want to say I want it painted black.
Oh, we lost
Well,
somebody again.
if you're gonna go there, Rich Winter, then I'm gonna say that's the way. I like it.
I think he's on something that can't even move that fast as Mick. He probably is on something.
Cocaine's a powerful drug, Morgan. or the other one, Rich Runner. Shake, 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 shake your booty, shake your booty. I like Nirvana, Noea.
So
KC and the Sunshine Band, Morgan. Shake, 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 shake your booty. Or the other song, the Give It Up song. Okay, if you want to go there, Navia, what about the song called Boogie Boogie
hmm
by Taste the Honey? Yes, everybody's showing their age. Taste the honey. Yes. Are you okay, Liz? Is it going into overload? I say you're in your 60s, Morgan, or maybe your late 50s.
Pearl Jam. Sister Morgan. It can't be right.
You're 32, Morgan?
She's 32.
I apologize. You a spring chicken todavía. Estás pollita, Morgan. Estás pollita. Compared to everybody else on this page, I think tú estás pollita.
32.
Well, cool
I know
down, Liz. Don't
I know
overload.
for some reason I seen the number 68, but I think that's the year you were born.
Uh-huh. You're in your 20s, Street Jesus? Man. I remember when I was in my 20s. That was a wolf's age ago. Do you know what a wolf age is? Ooh,
Many
way
moons
back
ago.
then.
Never's Angel says she's laughing so hard.
She's laughing because she made a connection with me and Liz. That's why she's laughing.
But she's from 68.
Me too. What month, Navia?
I'm a chill.
Okay, you chill.
What?
Because,
I got
yeah,
you all beat.
you're going into overload. What
I'm from
month were you born in 68, Navia?
January 31st.
Yeah, then you're older than me by a few months because I'm from the 2nd of June. I'm a summer baby.
I'm from 69.
Lucky you.
ICP.
Insane Clown Posse. They were alright. Oh wow, that's cool. Gemini's rule. What's your horoscope, Liz? If you don't mind me asking. See, even Morgan's a Gemini. You're from 66, Ridge Runner? Wow. Awesome. Yeah, she said she was Gemini, Navia. 25 dash. You're a Taurus. You know what happens when you mess with the bull, right, Primo?
Get the horns.
You get the horns. Prima Iva says she's 40.
She's 40.
40 with a question mark, so she's 40-ish.
40-ish.
Yeah, it's better without any trolls.
We're just real people here, man, sharing some wisdom and knowledge and, talk about anything.
everybody got tired of looking at Google to get name songs, cause and I was naming them from memory. Everybody's looking at Google. UB59 in October,
But
Ridge Runner. Awesome, man.
Sonny and Cher, man. Sonny and Cher have some pretty good songs, though.
Oh, you're guessing backstage? You said he's 40? Well, did he say how old he was? This thing's moving so fast I didn't notice if he said so or not.
Yeah, who's 40?
She's guessing that Bash is 40.
Oh,
Nevia's Angel says she's 50. Annette says she's 51.
yeah.
Bonnie Bear says Libra's rule.
Close to 40. Roy Lewis is 51.
Younger than 50 or younger than 40, Vash? Roy says he's 50. He's 51.
51.
You're not guessing Bash's age, Nevia? You probably already know how old he is. Vash is 37, and it says. And Nevia says she's 56. She's my age. Vash says he's 43.
43. Somebody said 33, 43.
Well, he's 50, Nevia. I mean, he's 43.
Chill down, Rebel. What do you want, Rebel?
He wants a treat, man. He's been a good dog.
Give him like 2 treats throughout the night. Still wants another one. Eat your food.
Man, I've left mine outside for like 3 days straight, man. I don't bring them in no more, cousin.
Oh, yeah?
They have to protect the backyard. You have the pick of the crop. Low key, take it easy, Lucky. Oh, I feel very, very lucky, Liz. Yes. I know you're the cream of the crop. Thank you.
Never's Angel is Aquarius. I'm Aquarius.
I'm gonna chill, Liz. I'm just gonna chill out.
There you go.
The gun show. And now, guys, I gotta charge your admission.
Aquarius. Somebody put celosa.
He's talking about this. I'm taking it easy, Liz. I'm chilling. Did you win on that?
I was in Aquarius, and I was born on Groundhog Day at 6 a.m.
Wow. So when you saw the shadow, did you go back in?
That's what I'm saying. I'm kind of like related to Bugs Bunny.
You came out and saw the doctor and said, "What's up, doc?"
That's the time I was born at 6 a.m. on Groundhog Day. I have a friend of mine that he was born later on that day, like around 11. We were born in my mom and his mom were in labor, and I was born before him. I was born at 6 a.m. He was born like around 11 in the morning. We have the same birthday. We would always because of our moms that were there giving labor, so he's kind of like a good friend,
EC, Liz? EC. Like a villain in a building with a million. I don't know what time I was born, cousin. I don't. I was too young at the time.
How's that song go? The day I was born.
All the
Isn't that
nurses
song?
turned around and he knew right away that I was bad to the bone.
Na-na-na-na.
Bad.
Da-na-na-na-na. 2:10 She was born at 2:10 p.m.
So you know she was up half the night, man, because she was born during the day, so she had her days and nights confused. I bet you.
Yeah, that's a pretty good song, Bad to the Bone.
Yeah, the other one was pretty good too, man. The only one that would hang out with me is my dear old granddad, and we drank alone. Yeah, with nobody else.
Somebody said good striptease song. Oh shit.
That would be "Pour Sugar on Me" by Def Leppard.
Man.
You enjoying this, Liz? Yeah, it's kind of fun. I just wish people wouldn't be looking at Google naming all these songs. I'd be naming them for memory. Just like Tommy Two Tone, 8675309.
Bob Denver. Any songs for Bob Denver?
uh, yeah, that song. And I can't remember the name of it. It was one of his best songs, man.
I know
I
what
can't
you were
remember the
talking
name.
about. So I want to say is let's see. Oof. I used to listen to it when I was in Germany because Bob Denver, the Germans like Bob Denver. There was a song something about let's see if I can remember it. Someone said I have to use Google. Uh,
Yeah, okay, Exuberance. I'll let you make it with that. Country Roads, man, is the
Country
name of the
Road. There
song
you
from
go.
Bob Denver.
Take me down to a place I belong, country
Mm-hmm.
mama. Yeah, that is a Country Road. That's like one of his best ones.
Mm-hmm.
We used to sing it all the time. We'd be drinking in Germany. They had that song. Oh, we always play it.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. And the other one by I think it was the name of the song is Love Stinks.
Uh, Bon Jovi,
No, I think it's
White Snake.
oh, the ones that sing Freebird, man. Can't remember the name of them for right now. I just know the name of the songs.
So
Yeah, I can't think of their names right now. You're an identical twin, Ivy? Wow, that's cool.
the Twin.
Leonard Skinner, yes, Morgan, thank you. Leonard Skinner.
Oh, they're talking about Runner. While so tiny.
No, not talking about runners. She was talking about Morgan. I mean,
When she was born.
Ivy was born 3 pounds, I think. Brought
Oh,
up since then. Oh no, Morgan was born 3 pounds. Ivy says she's an identical twin.
Somebody says, "Don't fear the Ripper, Blue Oyster Cult."
Blue Oyster Cult. Well, if you go in Blue Oyster Cult, you can't go without Godzilla.
Well, this was fun. We went from talking, just talking about. I think one time we were talking about movies, and we went to talking about songs.
Everybody's enjoying the heck out of this, man.
Yes, we're almost. It's already gonna be 4 in the morning, cuz
Yeah, I'm about to call it a night here at 4.
4 minutes. Well, at least you're gonna be able to sleep good,
Yeah, I'll be able to sleep good because I might have a girlfriend now.
right? Well, y'all can always talk through Messenger. I'm in learning mode now. Pour some sugar on me at Death Leopard, yeah.
And then that's a national stripper anthem, man. Pour Sugar on Me is the national stripper anthem.
Don't get in trouble, Jesse.
Look at Nabia says,
Hey, Liz, he talking to you.
all right,
Uh,
exuberance, all right.
he says,
I won't get
don't
into trouble, Ivy.
flirt.
I don't even know if I'm flirting, Morgan. It's been so long since. It's been more than 10 years, so I don't know.
Said, is that a cyber girlfriend or boyfriend?
Huh?
She said, is that cyber girlfriend, boyfriend?
Street Jesus.
What do you say, Sweet Jesus?
He said, now you get betrayed by girlfriend.
Cherry bomb, cherry pipe, or warrants. Well, you did talk about that earlier. About
Yeah, I sure did. I set myself up for that one.
right.
But it's okay. I laugh.
Internet girlfriend and boyfriend.
Awesome. No one gets pregnant.
So if you're internet a boyfriend or girlfriend, you'll be hit the enter button, shift, control, enter, up and down.
What you doing, cousin?
No, I'm saying because it's the internet, so you're like communicating through the internet. No, because you said internet girlfriend and boyfriend. Okay. Someone has to tell us a creepy encounter before the live ends. We can. A creepy encounter before the live ends. Since we're talking about internet, right? There's a internet. I had a friend that he was addicted to porn, right? And I was telling him that he needed to just get out of the sites and stop looking at it, disconnect his computer and all this kind of stuff, right? Because he was addicted to internet porn. I went with him in there, and I prayed in the room. He disconnected the internet and everything, right? So we'd go sit down and we say a little prayer because really needed help. Him and his wife were being attacked by something spiritually, where when I was praying for him, his wife started acting weird, like she was being possessed by something. So I had to pray for her. And it was just then when I was praying for her, he started being spiritually attacked and he started screaming. And I was just praying back and forth, right, for them. So I finished the prayer and they became normal. But then out of the room where we disconnected the internet, I seen a dark shadow spirit walk and was looking at me like he was pissed off. And he was going like this, like he was pissed off. And I looked at it and I said, I tie bind and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. When my friend looked, he seen it, it went out through the door. This happened in Elms Grove.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
And it was during the day. But, I
Wow.
helped him. He got rid of that and he got rid of, because his grandfather was a mason and he got rid of this chess uh, set he had. And he had dragons on it, like demonic dragons. And he got rid of
Ooh.
that. He got rid of a lot of stuff that he had inherited from his grandfather. But after being my neighbor for a while, he finally decided to move. So he moved to a different side of town, which is doing better now. He started following Jesus Christ and he became a preacher and everything. But there was something definitely there affecting him and his wife.
That's crazy, especially since it was during the day, man.
Yeah, it was dark. You could see the body and everything, how he looked. It was dark. And he just walked out the door. It's like he was pissed off. He was like going like this, and he didn't open the door, went through the door. But he was
Wow.
pissed off because I made him disconnect and erase all the shit off his computer. The demon was pissed off that it was so pissed off it showed itself to me. This what happens to me all the time. That when I'm helping somebody, whatever is causing the chaos and havoc through spiritual law has to identify itself. So it identified itself to me. But he was a good friend of mine. He he had that demon of porn. Then he was being attacked by a demon of being overweight. He was sick. He was weighing like up to 500 pounds. I would try to take walking with me, and man, he was just struggling. So he finally got a procedure done, and he lost a lot of weight. He weighing from 100 pounds to like I believe he weighed 165 after the surgery, and he because it was hereditary what he had, but he's doing a lot better. That's a good friend of mine. I helped him out. Yes, when he came to Texas, he came to Texas. He was coming from New York, and he always carried a gun with him. And he said he was here to Texas to take care of some business. The person he was going to take care of business, but luckily he didn't. The man passed away, so he didn't have to take care of no business. But at the same time, everybody has their personal demons. Uh, he's the one that kind of showed me, you know, uh, about the spirit, different kinds of demonic spirits that can attack somebody. About tie bind and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. He said he would go to a church where sometimes the spirits that were get out of people would jump into other people. You know, so he knew a lot about a lot of things. Spiritually, but he went through, you know, his own trials and tribulations, but he's doing good. He just celebrated his birthday yesterday. Maybe some of the comments here. They could, Sister Morgan. through the internet, through your cell phone, or
Basically through your screen since it's a portal.
just like they attack in the dreams when you go to sleep, through the sign of the cross when you go to sleep. Yeah, is that they find many different forms of attacking people. The evil can be within the books that you read, within the music, like what we're talking about. It could be there just waiting to see. Back then when a lot of music was being created, people wanted to be famous with music, with songs. So there was a thing that was being passed around where people were making deals with demons. They had to follow a certain thing of instructions. So if they had a song, they were trying to make their, like cousin Jesse said, they were trying to make their songs be popular. So they were forming some kind of deals with demons for them to have fame. But as you know, demons, they deceive a lot of people. So there's a lot of people that got deceived, bonded by demons for trying to do that. Oh no, they don't need no internet, but they can travel through the internet. Just like when you have your electronics and you go investigate. I used to have the lenses crack, the batteries blow out of my phones or whatever equipment. EVPs, the battery, brand new batteries would get drained automatically, or you're not spiritually protected. You go into the woods, it can drain your energy. But there is many ways that they can transfer. Like when you hear music, it's trance-like, so they can use music to control the audience, so it can jump from person to person to have control. You see it through some of the singers. What happens to them when they're singing the songs where their eyes roll back wide, or they start acting like they're possessed out there on the on the dance floor. But there's many ways that things can happen. We just have to be careful.
They do it through the sound vibrations from the instruments, cousin.
Yeah, it's kind of like when the I go out there. That's what they do. They use, how should I say, the elements, or should I say, your senses. They have a magnetic energy around them that triggers your senses, and they use the same energy or vibrations to make a voice or mimic a voice. Shoot, when I was you probably heard it, cousin. When I was investigating today, I heard my alarm of my car go off,
Yeah,
and I
I
said,
heard it.
I said, I think somebody's trying to get into my car. So that's when I walked out of the woods. But you could hear the alarm of my car go off, and I was in the woods. So
Damn mimic.
they can mimic sounds. Uh, See some of the comments here. But y'all wanted to hear a story. I shared it with y'all before we go offline. But my friend, I call him Brother Steve. That's his name. Uh, he was there for me when I was going through a lot too in Elms Grove. He would pray for me. I would pray for him. But yeah, I've seen the dark. But that one, when I stood by the door, he looked human, like somebody wearing a dark garment. But then when it went through the wall or through the door, I knew it wasn't a human. It was just a dark shadow spirit. Oh, you're welcome, Neva's Angel. That's one of the reasons I kind of like don't really like listen to too much music, because I'm not trying to, even though even when I go dance Tejano, dance Tejano, I love to dance Tejano. Things happen, man. Like I remember I was at the VFW, and we just barely got off to the dance floor, and I'm starting to slide with her, and I see a dark shadow spirit come through the door, stands right there by the edge of the dance floor, I see it, and I got my protection around my neck, which is a selenite and the black tourmaline. And within myself, I say, I tie, bind, and rebuke you, because they know how to read minds. So I said, I tie, bind, and rebuke you, and then just took off out the door.
Are
So I
you
tie,
okay,
bind,
Liz?
and
Are you okay, Liz? Liz says she's rebuking all the noises and sounds in the name of Jesus Christ.
or she's saying something's, you know,
May the Lord
it's kind of,
protect you and keep you safe at night, Liz.
yeah, it's kind of like when I go out, I don't even drink. I don't drink no more. I'll drink water. That's about it. Is it the place I'll go dancing to? The creek that goes behind it is in Harker Heights. And Killeen is where I used to live, and it's right there by where I used to live. But the creek goes through my park, Elms Grove. So the activity from Elms Grove, when I get into Harker Heights, which is a different town, it follows me there. So yeah, I catch a lot of activity.
I pray that the heavenly angels protect you while you sleep, Liz. That anything that evil will not be there with you and depart from your house and around your yard. Amen.
Yeah, it's like and I'll just share the story because he's a good guy and he freed himself from all that, and like I said, he helped me out and I helped him out. He was a good friend, you know. Uh, he lives in Harker Heights now, near the high school. But I'm glad he lived apart because those things over there where I used to live in Elspeth, there were target people that are living in sin, target people that are having health issues. I think that's why a lot of people passed away there in the park within that month and a half time frame I told you all about. Exuberance of what I was told after I did this. What's Johannes is it 3 episode 2? Something is out there, not human. I had a guy. He's from Cuba, and he said, "I got something to tell you, man. I believe your story." I said, "Okay, what's up, man?" I said, "Well, I live by the airport, and you live on the other side of the airport, and I live near by the golf course in the airport." He was telling me that when they built the old airport, that they were digging up, and they found a massive grave site,
Welcome,
and
Liz.
it was natives that had pendants around their necks and stuff like that, but that the foreman told them to cover it up, and that they built over the graveyard. He said that the native Indian burial ground was from the airport, the golf course, and to the land where I lived. And he said that is all that land was native Indian burial ground. And he told me, "What do you think that land, that property is going so cheap?" Because it used to be native Indian burial ground. So I'm thinking that's why we hear the drum beats at nighttime, and this, all the activity was there. Then there was another gentleman that I spoke to. That he was a retired sergeant major. He said he had a E7 that used to live in that park. And so I need to tell you this, man. I said all the things you said on the show. He used to tell me. So he lived on the other side of the park. Said he had to go pick him up because he would be afraid in the mornings. Like he was saying that he was being demonically attacked by something. So he had to go pick him up in the morning, take him to work, and then take him back to the guy's home. That he was saying he was being demonically attacked, that he thought he was going to die because they would come and bang on the walls, wiggle on the doors. So he was telling me that. He said that he didn't believe that guy, that he thought he was just bullshitting him. But after he seen the show, he said he believes him now, but it's too late, because that happened a lot of years ago. So he told me about that. So I've had people come up to me to tell me that they believe me of what I say at Elm's Grove because they witness things. I had people, somebody from, I think they live in California now. They told me that they used to play they lived there in that area. They told me about the creek, and they said they remember activity happening there. So that's
I
good.
think he said it was Terror in the Woods episode. What, Primo?
Season 3, episode 2. I can look it up for y'all right now. Oops, wrong one. Uh, yeah, I got Sling TV, so I just look it up. Let me look it up real quick.
I'm glad they left, Liz.
Oops. This season 3, episode 2. There is something out there, not a human being. On the travel, there's a show right there displaying.
Have a great day yourself too, Bash.
Season 3, episode 2. That's my experience there of Elm's Grove Estates. They could only add certain things because they only had a certain time frame to create that. So a lot of things that I share with them, they didn't put it all out there. That's why I created Spiritual Encrypted Encounters to share what I went through, but also to try to help out people spiritually that might be going through something. Yeah, season 3, episode 2 on the Travel Channel. I think it might be in other platforms also. I'm thinking my sister said that it might be on HBO also or other platforms. But it's saying that I had a wonderful time with y'all,
Yes,
brothers and
Liz.
sisters. My cousin Jesse was all excited over here. And
A girl, a woman. Ah, it's been a while, man.
yes, Jesse, they're happy and learning and growing in truth. Yes, it's the Discovery Channel also.
All right, cousin, I'm about to call it a night, man. We're
All right,
like
cousin.
8 minutes away from 4 hours
Okay.
of being on live.
So about a whole hour and a half was nothing about music, right?
Hey,
Almost,
for a whole hour and a half, it was about me and Liz, man.
right? The love connection.
We're gonna call you Chuck Woolery now.
Well, at least somebody's gonna be sleeping well tonight. You're welcome, brothers and sisters, and thank you for tuning in. I still have to debunk the video where I think I might have caught something in there, like something says something or some activity. I just have to debunk it.
May the Lord bless y'all and keep y'all safe, and may y'all have a blessed day all day tomorrow. May your day be filled with blessings.
Amen.
And saying that, good night,
Buenas
please.
noches a todos. Gracias por estar
Que
aquí.
sueñes con los angelitos, Liz.
What happened to Runner?
He went to the donkey show. He's performing.
Oh man, that's messed up.
Ay, ay, ay. Bueno, pues, primo, que descanses. Nos miramos mañana.
Cousin. We've been troll free. That's a
For
good
days.
thing.
For days.
Yeah.
What was romantic, prima? Night, Liz.
Alrighty, y'all have a good night. God bless y'all.
Bye.
Peace out, everybody. Oops. Hitting the wrong button. Good night, everybody.